Welcome to the 2014 Roto Grip True Amateur Nationals. Also brought to you by High Roller, with the High Roller coming back this year. Mike Flanagan, Jeff Carter here from Storm Bowling Products, and Tim Mack is our roving sideline reporter tonight. Probably one of the prettiest sideline reporters we've had in some time.
Well, I don't know. He's going to be hard to beat CDB.
Yeah, that's true, the Honey Badger. So, Jeff, you've been here all week. I just arrived. Tell everybody at home a little bit about what's happening here today.
Actually, all week long, some incredible crowds. We got up here early Monday morning, kind of expecting the normal early week, lazy crowd, not much going on. But I think Schlem and I got up here about 7:30 Monday morning to open up the ballroom door and start getting things out. And there were already lines backed up to the control counter to sign up for the early Monday morning 9 a.m. Chance Squad Sweeper. And we were supposed to have some showcase lanes for our Roto Grip group that we've been trying to coach a little bit, and some matchmaker balls, and we didn't have lanes available because they had over 200 entries for the Chance Sweeper Monday morning, and they've just done nothing but grow all week. So I know the one this morning was over 330 entries. So
yeah, pretty incredible.
Unbelievable turnout.
A lot of folks on hand here this week from Storm Bowling Products and Roto Grip, both housed in Utah. This week, Jim Callahan, Lee Up's been around, Brett Cooper, Del Ballard Jr., Jeff Carter, Tim Mack, myself and Louie just arrived today, and of course the brand manager for Roto Grip in the house and smiling like crazy with as many balls that have been moving through here. Chris Schlemmer also here. It's
been crazy in the ballroom. I mean, we've had to get some stuff from one of the distributors already. We had some more come from Utah this morning. Unbelievable how many bowling balls we've gone through already this week. And there's a lot more to go this week yet. There's a lot of people that haven't picked their stuff up yet.
Want to welcome everybody into the chat this evening. Brett Shepard here saying hello to us. Jeff Riggles giving us a share out there on Facebook tonight. For many, many years I heard the stories, Jeff, about how the Megabucks were really, really action weeks of bowling. And, it's even been stated in a recent article in Bowler's Journal that, the Megabucks are dying. And to see what you posted earlier in the week about look at all these bowlers for the Chance Squad, and to see what's happened here this week, this is a real bright spot for bowling.
It is, and I think Ed said it best when he was making his announcements before the start of the Roto Grip Challenge was, I think he announced that there's over 150 new bowlers. And it's not only is it nice to see all the returning people, but new bowlers as well. So that just means that this event is going strong. I know that a lot of you bowlers are out there are clamoring for the High Roller to come back, and some of the bigger events, the bigger scratch, big money events to come back. And hopefully they will, but at least we've got this one. This one continues to grow, and it continues to get stronger.
And tonight it's the Roto Grip Challenge, and bowlers are just going to have to throw strikes and then get eliminated. Is that correct, Jeff?
Right now it is 9 or better. If you get 9 or better, you advance on. So what we're going to see is bowlers in a particular position on each pair. Say bowler A. All the bowlers, letter A across the center, will go at once. If you get 9 or a strike, you advance. If you don't, you're eliminated. They'll be moving one lane to the right for each round until we continue to whittle the field down. And I think back in July when we did this event, once we got down to the Final Four, it got pretty exciting.
It really did.
A lot of roll-offs when we got down to the Final Four. A lot of guys were striking. This is on a house pattern. This is not the pattern that they've been bowling all week. It makes it a little bit more exciting because, it is going to be a little bit easier for most of the players to get 9 or a strike. But, I wouldn't want to see 75% of the field eliminated in the first round if they were that hard. So I think that just kind of adds to the excitement. Once again, for this event. Only Roto grip equipment is allowed. So the staff is walking through with their clipboards. They're not only checking to see each round whether you got 9 or a strike, but they're also keeping an eye on those racks. They've made several announcements that anybody using a non-Roto grip ball, and that does include Storm, will be disqualified. So everybody that entered this week that got their Totally Defiance or their Deranged or Rumbles or Shouts that had them drilled up, they've all got balls here to use this week. And be nice to see somebody take home how much was it for tonight to win?
It was $5,000 is what they're eligible for, yeah.
So be nice to see who's going to take that $5,000 prize home.
Trying a new camera angle here tonight, considering all the bowlers will be up bowling at the same time. So I've got you a little split horizontal corrected version here where you can actually take a look at about 12 lanes at one time as they all get up on the approach. We'll try that out tonight. We'll bounce around. We'll show you what pairs we have. We have lanes 1 through, about lane 8 here that you can see. We've also got lanes 9 through about 18 or so.
Okay, final shots, bowlers.
So several different lanes available here for you to take a look at here in front of us. We sit behind lanes 9 through 12 here at the Orleans.
And then we'll get you underway here. Okay, again, bowlers.
Well, Michael, like I said earlier, it's been pretty incredible seeing the turnout. I know this morning at 9 a.m., the two-game chance sweeper that they had, 70-lane center here at the Orleans in Vegas, and they had 9 on a pair across the house. So that was unbelievable to see.
If you get 9 or better, again, you will move 1 lane to your right, staying in your block of 10 lanes. So from this point on, after your first shot, you will be a letter.
Hey, Tim Mack, what are you seeing out there, buddy? You're out of range, evidently.
Apparently, I come back closer to you guys. Down here in the east.
He's way down there.
Yeah, he's a bit of ways.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
I'll tell you what, guys are kind of excited about what's going on out here. It's cutthroat out here, striker 9, and I think everybody's rearing to go. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen out here with everybody. And we've got, our brand manager Schlem's about to take the mic. Go ahead.
Hello, everybody. How's it going up there in the booth? Check out the kid in the sombrero over there in the corner. Look at the wreck on her.
Well, there you have it. A little news from our brand manager, the Schlem dog, Chris Schlemmer.
My apologies.
Making it happen. So we're about to get started, and the excitement's about to get going here. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, we'll bring in a few pairs at one time here.
Striker 9, I'm going to throw it back up to you guys, and I'll make sure I stay in range down here.
Hey, Timmy, you got a ball up there in the room and a pair of shoes. What do you think?
Hey, listen, I don't know. I don't know if I could throw Striker 9 out here right now because I think we could be here for a while with the Roto balls have looked fantastic all week, and we've got great support from, over 600 entries in the tournament. It's just been a great turnout, as you guys mentioned earlier, and it's just, I'll tell you what, there's going to be a lot of strikes, and I'm looking forward to seeing how many guys get down to the roll-off here. It's going to be pretty exciting, and remember, $5,000 on top if someone should throw 3 out of 5 strikes. So let's see what happens here. Looks like we got a little bit of a delay, guys, because we need the letters up, and a couple people have already gone up and struck. So kind of a little bit of chaos down here.
Hey, Timmy, how many bowlers are participating in this? Were you able to count, or is it about 150?
It's got to be at least that, Mike. We're down all the way down into the high 40s, maybe the 50s, and most pairs have 7 on a pair. So
Ed's right there. Grab him and ask him, because I know at one point I think we were up to 160. So
Ed, I need to know, how many bowlers do we got going on in the tournament?
180.
Ed says 180, guys.
Unbelievable.
So that's a lot of bowlers. So, and just to touch base on what you talked about, Jeff. I mean, what an amazing turnout we've had every morning for the that chance squad at 9 a.m. We've had over 300 bowlers.
This morning was about 330. Yeah,
330. We had 9 on a pair this morning, and yesterday 8 on a pair, and that's 1 through 70 for you guys that are listening and watching out there. It's the Orleans here in Las Vegas is a big center. It's a big tournament venue. It's held a lot of big events in the last couple of weeks, and
well,
another great event.
One of the things that I think helped was, this year they added the women's event yesterday and the senior event, and I think a lot of people came into town earlier.
I couldn't agree more.
I know in the past, especially a lot of the West Coast people came in later in the week, whereas a lot of them came in to participate in a couple of the other events, and we got a lot more added entries Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I think that some of the little tweaks that they did to the format made a big difference, and I mean, Brad's amazed. I mean, it's a very successful event so far.
Yeah, just to touch base on what Mike said earlier. I mean, it does remind me. I was fortunate enough in the high roller days to bowl the high rollers and to see how many people were in the building, and it really reminds me so many bodies in the bowling center of the old high roller days. And hats off to the high roller staff, Brad and his entire staff, and Jamie and Ed and everybody involved in the event for just an amazing turnout. It's been fantastic.
Well, not only that, but almost every squad has been at least an hour and a half late all week long, and hats off to the bowlers because it's been tough to come up here for a 3 o'clock squad that starts at 4:30, and everybody's been patient. I haven't heard any griping.
I think people just want to bowl.
Yeah,
they just want to bowl. They're excited to bowl.
I think they're just happy to be a part of this.
Yeah,
anytime there's a ton of people doing it, I mean, they love it.
I tell you what, I mean, they've just been the excitement as we've sat in the ballroom and down on the Roto grip lanes, and like Jeff said earlier, we didn't have the Roto grip lanes yesterday because there was just so many people.
At all. Not
at all.
And today, the people cycling through the ballroom and the excitement and the passion they're showing for the game, and it's been really exciting to be on the work side of it. I've been in the bowling side of it for so long, and to be on the other side of it and try to make people happy and smiling and feeling good about their bowling. But they're already really positive coming into this, and they're hungry to learn. And man, it's been exciting. It's been a really really great week so far.
I know it's tough to beat the old midnight sweepers, that end at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. But this is pretty impressive. And
hey, there were some good days at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning for 25,000 back in the day at the old Showboat and the Castaways. It was great, but
having to bowl 5:20 for 2. Just
speaking
to have
of which,
a chance at
Mike, I need you to get me on camera right now because I want to show you something.
Oh man, look at that!
You were on camera.
I have a bag here. If you guys can zoom into it, hold on a second. Let me grab the bag. I want you to see the logo. I don't know if you can.
Just walk a little bit closer to the
camera. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you see what that says?
There you go.
Oh, that's the old Showboat logo.
There you go. So it's kind of funny what we're talking about, but definitely a bag that's traveled a little bit.
Some serious memories in this town.
No doubt about it.
A bag that's traveled.
And most of the stories cannot be told on the air. So
some can, most can't.
Most can't.
So we got a little, like I said, guys, we got a little lull in the action here because.
Hey, Timmy, why don't we test your sideline reporting skills and just grab a random bowler and ask them what they're thinking about this event?
Okay.
Just grab a random bowler.
I'll grab somebody. Step on up. Here we go.
All right.
I want you to stand in the camera. Tell everybody your name. Come on over here a little bit. Tell me what you're thinking about the event. Tell everybody where you're from and your name, and what do you think your chances are about winning tonight?
Brent Ritchie from Madison, Wisconsin. And I like my chances. House shot, anybody can hit the pocket. Getting 9's not all too difficult, but you never know.
Hey, there you go. Here you have it for my first sideline reporting gig. Brent, I've seen him down in the lanes this week. He's looked really good. I think you're in the finals already in the tournament, so exciting times. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Right, there you go.
He made a good point that in an event like this, really anybody can win. And I remember back in July when we did this, when it started whittling down to the final 16, 32 bowlers. I mean, we had a wide variety of skill sets and skill levels and righties, lefties, guys that hook it, guys that throw it straight. There was a really impressive mix, so we'll see what happens tonight. Once again, house pattern, 9 or better, you move on. Again, a lot of different skill levels and age levels represented, so pretty cool event to be part of.
Don't mean to chime in, guys, but now it's begun. Here we go. Nine is good out here, ladies and gentlemen. 9 is good. That's what you want.
So, Timmy, what's your strategy in a situation like this? What are you going to try and do?
I think you certainly don't want to give away the pocket, but on a house shot, you got to be aggressive. You got to be aggressive. It's easy to to lull yourself into sleep and think that 9 is easy to get, and I think you still got to stay focused. You got to stay in the moment. And you still got to make shots, You still just can't get up there and chuck it. So,
what are you going to try and do ball reaction wise? Are you thinking flat 10? Or are you trying to just control the motion?
I'm thinking try to get the ball to the pocket and flat 10. If it strikes, it strikes. Because the second you start trying to strike and make it carry, that's when you don't get 9. So
that sounds awful similar to my tour career right there, trying to flat 10. So,
well, I was fortunate to bowl with you out there, and you more than held your own for the time you were out there. I know you're retired now and enjoying the coaching and teaching aspect with Storm and Storm University, and which is great for bowling. But you more than held your own out there and got your title there against one of your great friends, your childhood heroes, Pete Weber. And not only am I a fan of Jeff Carter, but I'm a friend. So it's great to see.
I appreciate that, and I owe you $20.
I can use that $20 in this city.
I know, because Brenda took all your money earlier.
She did, and that means I'll have money at the end of the week.
I saw her walking around. Did she bring your money back?
Well,
wait! Don't answer that.
No. I did tell her to go downstairs while I was working and try to go work our other job and see if we can hit some jackpots. Okay, as you can see, some guys are out, but there are a lot of 9 counts up there, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of 9. It's unfortunate because I get out of range, guys. I can't get down to the high end, so I got to kind of stay in the 30s and the 20s and 30s area.
I think it was around the high 20s when we lost.
Is that when you guys lost
me?
The
nice thing is as these bowlers get eliminated and it winds down, they're going to whittle down to our end down here.
Okay, so we'll be down at the low end.
Lanes 3 through 12 is going to be our semifinals, and 13 through 17 is going to be our finals. So
perfect.
Yep.
All right, I'm not going to be on camera, but I'm going to grab a guy who hasn't thrown a shot yet. He's from South Africa.
Well, Timmy, we'd always rather hear you than see you anyway. So.
Oh, perfect. I'm going to let you guys in the inside bowling world talk to Guy Kaminsky. If Guy can stand up a little bit so we can get a little bit closer over here and just tell him, Guy, tell everybody what you're thinking and what's your strategy out here on trying to get to the final and advance frame by frame here.
Well, this is Vegas, and I'm focusing purely on luck.
Well, there you have it, guys. Going with the roll of the dice, Guy Kaminsky, South Africa, already in the finals of the TAT.
Guy actually has to be one of the favorites to win an event like this because, even though the pattern that the guys have been bowling on all week is much more challenging than this, he's had by far the best ball reaction that I've seen out of anybody.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, he's looked fantastic. He came in the ballroom. We laid him out a totally defiant. And
I think he's used it every squad he's bowled.
He said that ball, and I quote, is like cheating. And that's a quote. He said it's almost unfair that people can use this bowling ball and other guys have to use other bowling balls up against totally defiant. So it's pretty neat.
And not only that, but didn't he walk into the ballroom trying to find a pair of bowling shoes because he didn't even bring any shoes with him, so we had to find him some shoes there.
We had to get him some shoes, and there weren't a lot of 12s in Las Vegas that were easily accessible, but fortunately we were able to get it and able to work out. As we see, wow, how about that, guys? I don't know if you guys caught that on camera, but on 13 and 14.
Did that fall?
No, pocket 710.
Yeah, I saw it.
Pocket 710, and there you have it. Just like that, you're done.
So once again, everybody, we're at the beautiful Orleans in Las Vegas for the 2014 TAT February Roto Grip Challenge.
Yeah, we got a Storm logo up there on the screen there tonight. Just to remind everybody to take a look at Storm. This is a Roto Grip event. But the rest of the week, you'll see Roto Grip down the corner. But there's a lot of people that don't know that Storm and Roto Grip are housed in the same facility. And we wanted to leave that up tonight just to let everybody kind of know that, a lot of the cover stock technology that Storm has had over the years has come right into Roto Grip. And it's really the cores and the weight blocks with Roto Grip that separate them from Storm. And there's a lot of really good pieces in the Roto Grip line right now, guys.
Well, right now, Chris Schlemmer has done an amazing job in I don't want to say turning the Roto Grip brand around because it was already, doing fairly successful the way it was. But when he took the brand manager's job and came up with a new rating system, the guts, grit, and grime naming system, and started to kind of put his stamp on the brand. Things have really taken off, and we've seen some of the most successful balls on the market in 2013 have the Roto Grip star on them. So very, very proud of him for what he's been able to accomplish since he's left the tour consultant's position, left the rigors of the road and gone into the office and really helped move Roto Grip to the forefront in the ball manufacturing industry.
Guys, don't mean to get off the subject and chime in, but I want to grab a sideline interview here with a good buddy of mine who won Northern California Proprietor of the Year, Vic Meyerhoff, and talked about his chances here. He's one of my best friends. And tell us what your chances are and what do you think and what just happened on your first shot.
I went solid 8, which that's the first time in my life I've been happy that I solid 8. So if I, easy to get to the pocket. So we'll see.
Well, there you go. Solid 8 from the Northern California Proprietor of the Year, and he advances to the next round. Fantastic. As Guy Kaminsky, who we just did an interview earlier, went right through the beak and somehow got 9. So I guess his scenario of I'm basing it on luck is certainly working after frame 1.
So I didn't black cloud him then?
No, apparently you didn't.
Right.
You talked good about Guy and said that Guy Kaminsky has a great chance to win the tournament this week, and no black cloud. He went right through the beak, and based on his luck, he got 9. I guess that's what happens when you travel from South Africa, right?
Well, normally I'm the black cloud, so I get usually whoever I pick to win is out in the first round. So.
Well, there you have it.
Hey, guys, got to take a minute, too. I've been monitoring the chat, clicking the cameras up here. Mike Flanagan, Jeff Carter, Tim Mack, Louis Ouimet will be joining us here in a little bit. Dell Ballard's in the house, Hall of Famer. Chris Schlimmer's here, Jim Callahan, Brett Cooper. I also saw Lee Up running around. Just a great group of people here with Storm and Roto Grip. And wanted to say hello to our friends here in the chat. Old School, John Brocklin, who's a Roto Grip staffer, joining us in the chat. All the other folks that are watching right now, we want to thank you for watching at home. You're watching the 2014 TAT February Roto Grip Challenge, where bowlers are just bowling one ball at a time, and they have to get 9 or better to stay in. 150 are competing right now. And we're going to dwindle it down all the way down to 4 players at the end for our finals. And then they're going to have to throw 3 out of 5 strikes to be eligible for $5,000 top prize here tonight.
Just on a side note, Mike, on 13 and 14, which we'll see him coming up here in a few minutes, is Robert Lewis, who actually won the senior tournament side of it yesterday. So we'll see him coming up on, I believe, lane 14 here in just a second, wearing a nice new black Roto Grip T-shirt.
Yeah, the Roto Grip T-shirts here, Chris Schlimmer and the folks at Roto Grip and Epic Creative, who also helps with a lot of the things that we do, they really did a good job with those T-shirts. They're really sharp. I've seen a lot of people wearing them down on the casino floor, in the hotel, in the lobbies, in the elevators. Really sharp-looking shirts.
We're just about out of them. We've been giving them out left and right. We've got the black ones and the red ones, and they all have the new tagline of "Own It," which has seemed to really taken off. It really fits that brand well. As Timmy walks down in front of us, dying laughing, I got to hear this.
Yeah, I'm just talking to some people down here, and Guy Kaminsky, not to harp on Guy, but he asked me, he said, you know what, why don't you go ask the guy that just won Pocket 710, hey, what do you think happened tonight in your strategy? What went wrong with your strategy tonight? I just threw it at the head pin and based on luck, I got 9, but you threw it dead perfect with Pocket 710. What do you think went wrong?
One of our guys that finished in the top 4 last year actually just threw a shot on lane 6. I think that's exactly what he said last year once he got down to the later rounds, is he was just trying to throw with the head pin and get lucky. So,
well, I've certainly seen a little bit of that tonight, but I've also seen some guys that got great ball reaction and are striking. So there's not a lot of people packing their bags right now. If you look around, there's still a lot of people out here.
So speaking of getting lucky, Timmy, I know you're a fan of video poker.
I am.
How are we doing this week?
Well, you know what? I came out early, watched the Super Bowl, and if you want to call it that, played a little bit with my friends. Not a lot of great things happened, but the last 3 days, guys, we've been so busy. And this is my favorite city in the world. I've made no secret about that, and I love to get on the machines and play a little bit and have some fun. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't have any vices, really, other than I enjoy gambling and having a little bit of go at the video poker. But the last 3 days have been so busy at the TAT and with all of our staff and all the bowlers. I've just really been so tired because I'm just digging my spikes in with energy-wise, trying to give the bowlers and the people everything they can. And I did hit a 10-cent machine last night for $400, and
Sweet.
So it just tells you that I'm getting older because I'm playing 10-cent machines and not $25 machines like I did when I was a young, stupid. I don't know if I was stupid. Maybe a little bit more of a riverboat gambler.
you were younger and had less responsibility.
You know, Mike, I knew you would come in and be my voice of reason. So. Hence that's why you put this whole package together. And
Timmy, I know you too well. I'm not buying it.
I'm telling you, 10 cents last night. I got a picture to prove it.
I tell you what, I totally understand about these weeks being long and grueling because when we were out here in July, we were here, for a full week, wasn't it, Michael?
Yes, it was a full week.
I walked out of the casino one time, and we went to an Area 51's game when it was, 1:15 at – it's 115 degrees at 8 o'clock. We went to the ball game, and that was the only time all week that I walked out of the casino. And I've been here since Sunday night. We walked out one time, and that was when we went to dinner the other night at
there you go.
The little bar and grill that Jimmy, our concierge, took us to. That was unbelievable food. So
it's fantastic. Yeah, it's just. I mean, I make no secret about this city being my most favorite city in the world to come to. I think Vegas is the Mecca, and it's clearly become the big place to bowl and come bowl the big tournaments, and all the big tournaments are here. And what a better place to be than Las Vegas. Right now, it's got 14 inches of snow on the ground where I am, so at least I can go outside, and it's not too bad out here. So, yeah, it's been great. I love being here, and I love being part of the Storm and Roto Grip team, and. It's just been a fantastic couple of days. I got a chance to spend some days up at the plant before, spend some time with Mike and Louie and the whole staff, and Bill Crispin and Dave Sims and Hank Boomershine and just everybody affiliated in our plant, and just proud to be part of the team and be here in Las Vegas, trying to do my part to be to continue for us to be the #1 team in bowling.
Yeah, I'm actually going to head to Utah Sunday when we leave here, and Hank Boomershine and I have some work to do on the Storm University program and some other things that Mr. Flanagan and I have discussed on some ideas that we have that we'd like to work on. So go spend a few days in the office and get some work done, and see if we can't continue to not only help Storm grow as having the best balls on the market, but I look forward to helping us grow in other areas too, as far as coaching and education, and trying to help make bowlers the best that they can be as well. So,
no doubt about that. And I talked to a couple of guys in the office about this. I said, I had a pretty good run there in my bowling when I was bowling a lot from '97 to 03, 04. Won the #1 amateur bowler in the world a bunch of times, and to get to the top of the mountain is hard. It's one of the hardest things in the world. But to stay at the top of the mountain is really difficult. And we've got a great team and a great group of people affiliated with Storm and Roto in Utah, and also all of our traveling salesmen around the world. With Robert Dong in Asia, and Wes Pye in Europe, and Peter Somoff in Europe, and Andres Gomez handling South America and Central America, because his Spanish just happens to be a little bit better than mine and Mike Flanagan's. And then we got a great,
I watched The Voice, man, and Shakira's on there.
Oh, my
God.
God.
I know Spanish.
There you go.
I know it now.
And this isn't to pump you up, Mike, but you've been a great addition to the Storm team, and it's been great working with you. And I just think, we've got the right people in place, and we're doing a lot of good things, and we got to keep moving and forging forward. And like Jeff said, we got to keep educating people and giving back to the sport, and hopefully we'll continue to grow and continue to prosper and continue to move in the right direction.
Well, to me, that's the fun part. That's the fun part of what we do is, Timmy, you and I both spend a lot of time throwing bowling balls for a living.
No doubt.
And it takes a wear and tear on your body and your mind.
No doubt.
And you and I have both stepped back from competing, And
slowed down for me, and you just
Yeah.
kind of shut it down. Jeff, I still love being out there, and I know our competitive juices are always flowing. And I know you still love being out in the lanes as well when you get a chance to. It was great seeing you bowl in St. Louis there with your partner Mike, and you still got it when you want it. So, but like you said, I've slowed down a little bit in my competitive bowling. You have done and the same, and we just have to find another way to give back to the sport, and this is what we're doing.
Yep, something that I really enjoy, being able to come out here this week. And Gary Holzenberg started a little program. We actually did a Facebook group, kind of our little tour support program that's we're kind of adopting into the Storm University arena. And we had several people in our Facebook group that all came out and bowled. I think we probably had about 40 people that got in there, and we've been trying to help them out a little bit over the last several months. We had some conference calls. We talked about the pattern. We talked about strategies. We talked about little things all the way down to what not to forget to pack when you come on a trip like this. So it was very nice to meet them. Working one-on-one with several of the people that we met in the Facebook group. So that's been another cool twist on this week for us.
Yeah, it's been great.
And then having the showcase lanes to where we can get down there and kind of work with some people on ball reaction. Like we mentioned earlier, due to the incredible turnout, we really haven't had that many lanes available for us for that long. But when we did, I should say when we didn't have lanes available, we were able to walk through the pits, talk to some of the bowlers, help them out as we could, make some surface changes during practice, to help some people out, and try and do all we could.
I'll tell you what, guys. I hope you bought a dinner and some snacks, because I think we're going to be here a while.
We might be.
There's a lot of striking going on, and it's there's not a lot of people packing up their bags right now. So
I see Greg Zika chiming in the chat room.
Greg, great bowler.
Greg would be proud of Susan. Susan bowled really well on the women's side yesterday, and we had a long talk with her today on equipment and some things like that. And super person, Susan Schlink, and she bowled really, really well in the women's event yesterday.
And she did tell me she wanted to say thank you to Greg for the work she's been putting in with Greg.
Right.
And Greg Zika, who's also a great bowler in his own right, who is now transitioned into a lot of coaching. So he's doing a lot of great things for bowling up there in the Chicago, just outside of Chicago, Illinois area where you are. So, Greg, thanks for chiming in, and we miss you, buddy.
I'd like to take credit for everything that Greg's ever done.
There you go.
I'd like to think that I've taught him everything that I know.
Best friends.
So gas it up, Chicky. It's one of our little things.
So there's a lot of stuff going on right now, guys. You got people down here that have thrown strikes. We kind of don't know what's going on. The guys are going to get tight as it goes on, because there's a lot of time in between shots. So I don't know if everybody's kind of migrating down to the left, or as you. I think, like you said, Mike, you got to move a pair after you throw a strike. So there's a lot of stuff going on. It's a tough environment right now.
And round two. That's the end of round two. We're going to go into round three. I need all my letter A bowlers. Letter A.
Here we go, guys. Letter A's.
Go ahead when you're ready.
Letter A's. As I'm walking by, I see high roller champion Dan Bach, who's still alive. Dan, just a couple quick words to all the people watching Inside Bowling. What do you think your chances are tonight? And great to see you out here bowling the TAT. And you're one of the all-time great bowlers, and I'm a big fan.
Say, I think my chances are 50-50 at best. I'm nervous. I haven't been this nervous. I shot 300 this week. I wasn't this nervous. My hands are sweaty. I can't get dry. I'm nervous, Tim.
There you go, from one of the all-time great Vegas bowlers, all-time great
That's
guys.
awesome.
He's feeling the heat, okay? And this is a guy that I know about 10 years ago won $75,000 in a high roller. But he's not done a lot of bowling recently. Hence, that's why he's eligible for this tournament. And, he's kind of scaled back in his bowling. He's got work-related obligations and, just been busy. So good for him to come out and be honest with himself and honest with us. Tell him how nervous he is.
Hey, something that, I've always told my kids, and, both my kids are very competitive. My daughter's a competitive dancer, and my son plays baseball, basketball, and football. And I tell them all the time, if you're not nervous before every time you compete, it doesn't mean enough to you. And, Caitlin talks all the time before she takes the stage. She's just got butterflies, and it drives her crazy. And then
Butterfly kisses.
Yeah,
sorry.
Please don't ever do that again, Mike. The dulcet tones of Mike Flanagan, ladies and gentlemen.
Mike Flanagan chiming in with a little.
He'll be here all week. Tip your waitress.
Oh, I will.
Try the veal.
Grammy Award-winning performance. A couple notes there. Can you name that song in 2 notes? Mike Flanagan, ladies and gentlemen.
But, every time Caitlin takes the stage, she's nervous as can be and gets out there and just nails it. So, even though Dan's been here, at the highest level.
No doubt.
Still nervous.
And that's great to see for all you fans out there that are watching bowling or that are part of bowling, to see a great champion like Dan Bach come out and say, hey, I'm nervous. My hands are sweating and I'm feeling it. So there's still a lot of people left in this thing. So as I said, you better get your lunch, you better get some water, and you better pitch a tent and get off your feet because we're going to be here for a while.
Speaking of that, Timmy, what are we going to do for dinner tonight?
That's a good question, but unfortunately for you guys, and fortunately for me, my wife flew in yesterday and surprised me. She's been trying to do something like that for 15 years, and she surprised me. I haven't had an opportunity to spend a lot of time with her recently, and probably going to spend a little time with my wife because I don't get a lot of one-on-one time. My daughter takes up a lot of that time at home, and
well, Jeff, you and I, Louie, we'll go eat together. We'll let Timmy have his romantic time.
You let me know how that goes, guys. You let me know how that goes.
Speaking of Louie, we've got a good look at him, and he's now operating the wireless camera. We're going to zoom right in here. Look at Del Ballard Jr., Wendy McPherson. Look at that, and they are working. This is a shot of those two working.
Wendy also a member of Team Storm.
Should I chime in and see what they got going on down here, guys, or what do you think? Let's have a quick chat with Wendy McPherson.
Yeah, sure.
One of the all-time greats of all time. Louie, hopefully Louie's got us on camera here.
I'm going to send it down to you guys right now. Tim Mack standing by Wendy McPherson.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest, if not the greatest woman bowler of all time, and my friend, who I'm very happy to call my friend, Wendy McPherson, who's been part of the Storm and High Roller staff and just a great bowler. These exciting events she's been part of over the years. How has the week been for you and the staff, and how do you feel that everything's going this week so far?
I think it's going great. Anytime you have a 30-40% increase in entries, it's going great. Couldn't be happier. Hoping everyone's enjoying it. Those tons of first-timers. Couldn't be happier with seeing everybody, and so happy to be part of Roto and staff and Storm.
That's great. There you go. And we just want to know, and you got a lot of fans and a lot of people out there. Are you still lacing it up a little bit and still throwing the rock a little bit? Because we still like to see you strike, and we want to know if you're still throwing some shots for us.
With me being one of her biggest fans still?
Not so many. I'm having issues putting one foot in front of the other. When I do shoe up, it doesn't all work right, and I get frustrated and I quit. And then I take it up the next day and get frustrated and quit. And I just wish there was more to bowl so you could be sharp. But it is what it is.
There you go, one of the all-time great champions, Wendy McPherson, one of the all-time great people. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Nice interview, Timmy.
There you go.
You're really getting good at this.
Oh, Mike, I'm learning from you and learning from Louie. Met.
Well, I'll tell you what.
We met.
Kimberly Pressler better look out.
You know, Timmy.
She's got nothing for it.
No. Miss America, Tim Mack. Yeah, I know which direction.
I got a funny story about Kimberly Pressler, and I'm going to share it with you online
I
on
bet
Inside
you do.
Bowling. In 1999, when she won the Miss America, it was Miss USA or Miss America?
Miss USA.
Miss USA. I was on a Southwest. I was in Las Vegas here in great McCarran International Airport, and I saw this lovely, young, beautiful woman signing autographs and pictures of herself. Fortunately, I was one of the fortunate guys, and I got a chance to sit next to her on the plane. And
first class, I'm sure.
Not Southwest.
Sean Rash?
I was no Sean Rash first class upgrade, no. But I was fortunate enough to get an autographed picture, which I still have, and hence we turned the clock 13 years later, and here she is doing some great things for bowling and being the sideline reporter for ESPN and the PBA Tour, and it's just been funny kind of how it's transpired. And I think bowling has a great person in Kimberly Pressler. She's great for bowling. She's great for sport, and she has nothing to worry about with me because I'm not taking that job anytime soon. I think the camera's a little bit more friendly on her than it is on me. As we get later at night here in Vegas, guys, sometimes there's some consumption of certain different beverages that make the crowd get a little rowdier. And I'm starting to hear some things over here behind the desk that people are starting to get pumped up and get rowdy about.
Well, we are in Vegas, so I would imagine that this crowd that's gathered around, there's probably some money floating around from shot to shot. So
I bet on that too, buddy. Oh, did I say bet?
You
I'm
did.
sorry about that. Guy Kaminsky's still in the hunt, baby. And we lose one of our compatriots, Marvin Hale,
Yep.
out of the Bay Area. Just got knocked out with the old 4.710.
Marvin made it really, really far last year in this particular event, and I believe it was Kevin Gagnon that won last year.
It was.
Wow.
And Bryson Rogers, I believe it came down to Bryson and Kevin.
It was, and Bryson was the one that was just basically just trying to throw it straight at the head pin. And
he won the year before, I believe.
He did. Yes,
Is
correct.
Bryson still alive, guys? Do we know or not? 'Cause I don't see him down here.
We also have an Alex Aguiar request. They'd like to know if Alex Aguiar is still alive. So
I'm going to go take a walk down.
Yeah,
I think he's on the high end. And see if he's down there.
Bryson was down here at one point. I don't see him
So
now.
you can just roam, and if you want to hit the button on the mic and then come back, give us an update.
I'll
That'd be
come
great.
and give you an update, guys. I got to take a little bit of a walk. We'll talk to you in a couple.
Kevin was one of the guys that was in our Facebook group, and after watching him win the challenge back in July, I'd watched him bowl for a while, and he came out for practice on Monday morning, and unfortunately there was a mix-up in the pattern. The wrong pattern was run for the practice session, and afterwards we talked about some options and some different things to try, and the next day they did the right thing. Brad and his staff did the right thing, went back to the original 37-foot pattern that had been advertised. So when there was some showcase lanes available, Kevin and I worked on a couple different options for him, getting him some balls with a little bit more surface on it so he could actually play. He's a left-hander, so he can play a little bit farther to the left. And he's had a good look all week. He qualified quickly, and so he'll be bowling in the finals later on this weekend. So good luck to him.
Paid out in the 2014 Roto Grip Challenge. 30 of you will be
Can you hear me? I'm making my way down towards you guys. And just give you an Alex Aguiar update for whoever's watching him online. He is still alive, guys. Still alive. So he's up there in the 40s, and he's looking pretty relaxed, sitting on the table.
He should. He's been striking all day long. I think he's bowled every squad this so far today.
Okay.
And he has just been – he's been wrecking them with a wrecker all day long.
Wrecking him with a wrecker. He looks pretty relaxed, I can tell you.
Hey, Timmy, how many combatants are left at this point? Any idea?
It's hard to say, but more than half the field is out for sure. It's starting to thin out down here. It's going to be a lot easier to tell when we get more people down here in our camera range and into the 20s here. It'll be a lot easier to tell. I just can't tell right now, guys, but it's definitely thinning out. Round 4, here we go.
It's time to shuffle up and bowl. That's what it kind of sounds like right now to me.
Shuffle up and bowl. There
I
you go.
feel like that right now. We're in Las Vegas. You know what? I think we should all go down and play a poker game tonight, guys.
We just had a guy fall out in the foul line and got 7.
We did.
He might, and you look
take
at
his
this,
shoe
guys.
cover
He
off.
forgot to take his shoe cover off. Oh my God! Didn't take the shoe cover off. Was walking around waiting for a shot. Left the shoe cover on. Over the foul line he went. And there you go. The luck runs out in Vegas. It's all happening here. There's some confident strokes being rolled out here at the old TAT Elimination Challenge.
So once again, the format, 9 or better advances. Everybody in the field is using Roto Grip equipment. This event is sponsored by Roto Grip. So
hey, how about that uproar winning the TOC?
Oh, what amazing performance all week by the Storm and Roto Grip staff. I'm proud to say that I finally broke down and I purchased extra frame.
Nice.
And Trey and I sat at home because, the way the weather's been in Illinois, we couldn't go anywhere. So we we had my laptop in the living room while we were watching hockey and everything else that, my son can't take his eyes off of. And we probably spent more time watching the TSC that week than bowling all year long. And it was very nice to see the numbers of our Storm and Roto Grip staff guys make match play and see the performance of the uproar all week long. So,
you bet your bippy.
I'm not real sure how to respond to that.
Yeah, that's
You
Flanagan.
bet.
That's Flan. You bet your Bipsy?
Bippy.
Your Bippy.
You bet your bippy.
Is that a name of a dog or what?
No,
is
it's
that?
from Rowan Martin's Laugh-In.
It's Flanagan is what he's speaking
It's
right
Mike
now.
Flanagan, and you can get an education listening to Mr. Mike Flanagan.
You see,
I
there's
can
a
tell you.
special thing when you're live broadcasting. I'm kind of a young guy, so I like to try to do things once in a while for the older folks who like to watch our programming.
Well, there you go.
So every once in a while,
talk about Mr. Rogers or maybe the Christmas story.
Well,
That's from the
Rogers
1950s.
would be Ginger Rogers.
Well,
Fred Astaire.
We could bring in a Scooby-Doo reference. I mean,
Scooby-Doo, there you go.
The
yeah.
original 1968-69 shows, too.
Guys, it's dwindling down here in a hurry. We've had a guy here now, Dell Ballard just told me, he's rolled the 3-pin, rolled the 2-pin, 3 shots in a row, and still alive.
Is his name Tommy Jones?
I'm sure TJ's not tuning in right now at 11:15 on a Tuesday night or Thursday night. He's probably, there's no golf course open unless he's playing night golf. So, but Tommy Jones, that's great. One of the all-time greats in our sport. Notorious for never leaving the 2-pin in a stretch there where he won about 10 times in 3 years. So 2 years maybe.
Hey, we got a question here in the chat. You see any hypercells out there, Timmy?
Actually, I do. And you know what? We talked earlier with a guy, Victor Meyerhoff, the Northern California Proprietor of the Year last year. He's using a hypercell, and we're seeing a variety of roto out there. We're seeing a lot of totally Defiance, but we are seeing some hypercells as well. We're seeing a lot of obviously deranges because those are the balls that have been given out this week by that's the balls that you get with the entry. So
Timmy, do me a favor and walk through, see if you can find some old Roto Grip balls. I'd love to see.
I
if
have
there's
seen
any.
a Bandit.
I'd love to see if there's a Silver Streak or even older than that floating around out there, because I know that I saw a couple Sonics.
Okay.
Earlier today, and
you know what that tells you guys? It tells you the staying power of Storm and Roto Grip.
Well, most people don't realize that Roto Grip's been around since the 50s.
Hey guys, here Louie's got a good look. Couple of Roto Grip balls here for you right now.
All right, where's Louie? I don't know where he is.
Wrecker.
So I'm a little lost here. Oh, he's up. He's down here in the low end.
7 and 8, yeah.
There you go. But there's been a number of different. I mean, it just shows you the wide range that Roto has, and you can attack it with so many different angles and so many different balls and so many different styles.
Well,
lefty, righty, hook bowler, straight bowler, cranker, doesn't matter.
This week for the TAT, they're bowling on a 37-foot pattern. Even though it is 28 mils of oil, and it does play a little bit tighter than 37 feet, we're still not seeing a lot of super aggressive bowling balls going down the lane. We're seeing a lot of totally Defiance. Seeing a lot of deranged go down the lane. Some of them with a little bit of the shine knocked off of them just to get them to read and smoothen out the back of the pattern. But I've only seen a handful of hypercells go down the lane so far this week. So.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I talked actually to Vic Meyerhoff before the squad, and his hypercell was out of the box. It was just a little too strong. And it was the only he's got all Storm in his back, and it's the only roto ball he had. I took it into the pro shop, changed the surface for him, and he's gone flush. So I think surface is a big thing. Got to have the right surface out there so your ball does the right thing, it goes through the pins the right way, and hence that's why we're seeing, like you said, Jeff, some of those guys that maybe haven't changed the surface on those stronger balls, are having the ball, ball down, and go to the weaker balls.
I think you and I have done that as much as anything else this week. I know Schlim and Dell are in the ballroom laying out some balls and helping some people out with the new equipment they're getting in. Then they come out on the lanes, and you and I are walking around changing surfaces. And I think we've opened some eyes to a lot of people that
no doubt
they don't realize that when you buy a bowling ball, it's a versatile piece of equipment. You don't have to leave it.
Take a look at this crowd here. Lots of people here at the Orleans as Louis gets a look just up and down the concourse. It just speaks volumes. Look at how many bowlers up and down the lanes here. There's old Schlim Dog out there, and Timmy doing the sideline.
Hey, Mike, I just got a little message that needs to be sent to Jeff Regals.
Oh.
Jeff from Olympia says hello. Hopes everything is going good.
Guy Kaminsky with a solid 9, still in it.
Still alive. The guy Kaminsky going strictly on luck. Remember, guys, strictly on luck.
Hey, we've got a close up of Jeff Carter here. This is he's the next Bachelor.
That's poetry in motion. So if you're single,
how's my hair look?
I think you're good. I think your beard looks great.
I think it's in great condition here tonight, Jeff. I think you're looking quite stylish, actually. I wouldn't mind being your agent tonight.
Long days. Should have seen me at 7:30 this morning.
Guys, we are really dwindling down here, guys.
Yeah,
there's not a lot of bowlers left.
Let's remind everybody that's just joining us what's happening here tonight. You know, we were in this 2014 TAT February Roto Grip Challenge, and the challenge is 9 or better. We had 150 bowlers, and it just keeps dwindling down. 7 on a pair. We were using about 20 pairs or so, and now they are whittling it down, and they're going to condense the field down just a little bit down here towards the left side where we are. And lots of Storm and Roto Grip employees on hand, as we've mentioned. Got some Hall of Famers in the building, some National Tour titleists, including Jeff Carter, who's sitting here in the booth with us. And Timmy, what did you say that they named one of the bowling centers here in Vegas after you, or telling me when we bowled together in St. Louis?
Oh, I'll tell you what. For me here in this town, guys, Sam's Town was the daddy of daddies, and for the International Eliminator and the Mini Eliminator for a while. And then the High Roller moved over there in 2003, and I used to call it Tim's Town.
Tim's Town.
Because I won a significant amount of money there. And I spent my first date with my wife there. Is
that where you guys are going tonight?
No, we're not going there. We actually had our first dinner date at Boulder Station at the Pasta Palace. And we actually had our first real big date out at the Stratosphere, where we went to the top of the Stratosphere, had dinner up there, and then we got engaged there in 2004, and I actually got married out here in 2005. But Tim's Town was very influential in that whole scheme of things, because it brought a significant amount of coin to the Mack family. So if every tournament was at Tim's Town, Tim would be a happy camper.
Hey, and everybody at home, if you don't know how good Tim Mack is, just ask him. He will tell you. He will tell you how good he is.
I have not been fortunate enough to. For me, I've had a fortunate career where I've got a great support network, a great support system, but I'm not a big guy and going out and beating my chest and say I'm the best, I'm the man. I've never been that kind of guy. I've been a guy that wants to share it with other people. For me, it's there's a lot of individuals out there. If you it's just more important and a lot more fun when you're able to share it with other people. So that's just kind of how I live.
All I know is you're a rock star in Asia.
Asia, yeah. Asia's been good to me over the years.
And kind of forgot to mention it earlier, but for those of you out there in the chat, we are live streaming on InsideBowling.com. So please share the link to the live stream broadcast on your Facebook and Twitter pages, and help us grow our audience. And,
I don't know about you guys.
Create more awareness as to what we do, not only for this event, but other events that Mike and the Inside Bowling crew travel around doing different events throughout the year. So make sure you share those links on your Facebook and Twitter pages and help get us more people not only watching but in the chat as well. So that's how it helps us continue this on.
Is that a Terry Rohr sighting down there?
That is the legend, Terry Rohr.
Do you think, guys, I want to know, do you think he has his koozie?
We need a koozie on camera.
We need a koozie on camera from Terry Rohr with a drink.
With his picture on it that he brought out.
Here he goes. The Hall of Famer strikes again and slaps it out. Guys, I'm just gonna throw this out there. I'm watching a guy named Marcus Bell, who's down here on lanes 13 and 14, and I think he's a dark horse, guys. This guy gets through it unbelievable. I don't know if we can get he's actually, one of our cameras is right behind 13 and 14, and man, I'm telling you, he's throwing a wrecker, and I'd like to get a camera on him the next shot.
I think we just did.
Yeah, we just did.
No, Marcus is coming up. He's
black shirt.
Yeah, he's in a black shirt and tan
Okay.
pants. Real big guy. You got to see this kid throw the ball.
Yeah, one of our fixed cameras is already on the pair. So the interesting thing is, since it goes by position, as it gets whittled down, you've got some guys up there on the approach that are pretty much up there by themselves. So big crowd, a lot of money. You're on the approach with nobody around you. Be a little nerve-wracking.
Best stage in bowling, right? When it's all about you.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm telling you, we're going to be here for a while. This is going to be pretty exciting.
Yes, we are. Got to give a shout out to Louie, who's joined our broadcast here with the wireless camera. Louie always a huge help to our broadcast. Once I came on board with Storm and Louie and I started working together on these things, just having that extra guy producing, helping with camera work, and really helping with all the setup and the teardown. He's just a joy to work with, and got to give you a shout out down there, Lou.
Louie, another big fan of Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Louie's a fan of this whole town. I can tell you, I've been fortunate enough to spend 17, 18 years around Louie, being involved in Storm, and you can't ask for a better guy, better friend, and a better employee. That guy, he's passionate about bowling and passionate about Vegas and passionate about his stories. And just to get off the subject, guys, for those guys watching online, Alex Aguiar is still alive down on the high end.
Now here's a good shot of Del Ballard Jr. working again. Del Ballard working. And he even nods his head a little bit. He knows that he's working.
Should we talk to Del?
Del is like the ultimate statistician. Expense reports, different story. But when it comes to pen and paper down here, Timmy, what do you got with Del?
Well, we're here with Del Ballard down in the trenches. He says he's got 12 guys left. Del, they're saying you're the statistician of 2014. How do you respond to that?
Statistician of 2014. Hey, finally I have a job worthy of my pay grade.
There you have it. Hall of Famer, USBC, PBA Hall of Famer, Del Ballard Jr. And one more thing, guys. We did a little thing at Storm with our employees and our players of who we thought was going to be the winner in the big game. And it was a unanimous selection except for one guy. Del Ballard, can you tell us who you picked and what happened?
On what big game?
That big game that was on Sunday that really wasn't a big game?
I have no idea. Seattle and over.
There you go. Del Ballard Jr., ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, I got a question for you, Timmy.
Fire away.
When you were growing up, what one person was the biggest influence on your career?
Well, that's a tough question,
Whether
guys.
it be somebody that you were watching on TV or somebody that helped you along the way, who was the biggest influence on your career?
I'm going to say I'm going to answer that question in a couple of ways. Watching the PBA on Saturday mornings, I think there were a couple of people that I really focused on. And Pete Weber was one of them. Mark Roth was one of them. And I really loved, and I'm not saying this because Del's a friend, but I really loved watching Del Ballard bowl. And we don't know what would have happened if the changes in the equipment in the game wouldn't have changed. I may have just been talking to the greatest bowler that ever lived if we still were in the urethane days. Del Ballard was, I don't know if you guys realize it or not, and he hasn't bowled in a long time, but man, when he was one of the greats. But I was influenced by guys that like to hook it, and those three guys like to hook it. On the flip side, guys, no question, my family, my brother and my mother were real supportive. My brother was kind of like my benchmark in my life. I looked up to him for everything. He was a great athlete, and he always set the bar so high. And my mother told me not to quit, and to have that drive and fortitude that I could do whatever I wanted. And it was a family type thing. And my dad was a great athlete and a great bowler in his heyday. And just a combination of things. Oh my God, Guy Kaminsky on camera, on call. He does it again. Let's not talk about me, guys. Let's talk about Guy Kaminsky. There he is. It's Vegas, he says. It's Vegas. There you go. But that was kind of my influences, guys. I mean, I had a great support network, and my family leans a lot to me, and that's about it. But
well, you and I are similar in a lot of ways. And when I was growing up, I spent most of my youth watching. My three favorite bowlers when I was growing up was Pete and Randy Peterson and Del. And, lucky for me, as I got older and made my way out on tour, I became good friends with not only Dell but Carolyn, and they kind of became family to me. And I think that if I had to pinpoint one particular person that had a huge influence on my career, was Dell. I remember, for instance, my second year on tour. About my second or third week of that year, I just bowled absolutely horrible. Dell took me to the side. We spent about 4 or 5 hours practicing, and from that day on, things really started to take off for me. So he really made a huge change in me. And then about 3 or 4 weeks before I actually won my first title, Dell made a few changes in my game, and never be able to repay him for what he's given me. So
That's great.
It's an honor not only to work with him, but to call him a friend and a family member. So him and Carolyn both, they're two of the greatest people that I know. So
great people and great bowling minds and Hall of Famers in both their own right. And I'll tell you what, Dell Ballard's helped a lot of people get better, and I'm glad he's on my team. That's all I can say. I'm glad he's on the Storm Roto team, and he's one of the biggest assets we have at our company.
Absolutely.
Hey, Timmy, I was wondering if you could grab Jim Callahan, and let's get a little up close and personal interview with Jim Callahan.
Our concierge. Anytime we come to Vegas, Jimmy.
Want to get Jim Callahan on video? We're going to do a little bit of a chat with Jimmy. West Coast salesman, great supporter of Storm, one of our great ball reps. Jim Callahan, what don't get your feel on what's going on down here? How many bowlers you have left in your group, and what do you think's going on?
I only got 4 left. I got 1 C and I got 3 Fs. They all dropped in one round, and we have a wide diversity. We got young kids.
Oh, here comes everybody.
Gentlemen. We got a wide variety of people in my 4 people that are left. So it's going to be exciting. We probably he's getting it down where we're going to condense here in a second. So it's going to be an exciting finish.
What do you think about this big crowd here in Vegas? Vegas, the Mecca of bowling, and the great support that we've seen from the bowlers and the fans all week.
This tournament's unbelievable how many people they have. I mean, in the early birds, we've had 330 people in the early birds. I mean, the crowd back here now, we probably got a couple hundred people. We're doing live streaming. I mean, it's fantastic. The excitement is I mean, everybody's really excited. You got the crowd starting to get involved. And as we go on a couple rounds, the people are going to get more excited because we're bowling for a lot of cash.
There you have it from Jimmy Callahan, one of the all-time great guys, great bowling mind, and great to have him on the Storm team. Thanks, Jimmy.
Appreciate it.
All right, here we go. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Me and Louie here in the trenches. Guys, everybody is migrating down here. Louie, if we could just pan around and take a peek back behind us and kind of see what's going on back here and see all the people that are getting involved in this event. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty now,
Tim Mack
guys.
now directing. Now he is. Look at this.
Steven Spielberg, my number, 973. I can't keep talking about it. I might get too many calls.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille.
I'll tell you what, this is what it's all about. Bowling in Vegas, guys.
Great stuff.
Right here.
Great stuff.
Here comes Gary Holzberg, another member of our staff.
Oh, here he comes.
Really kind of helped put a lot of this together this week.
Oh,
let's get Gary. Quick shout out to Gary.
If he can talk. I know last night we were at dinner and he couldn't talk at all.
Me and Gary have been under the weather here. Gary Holzenberg, you're working in the home office in Utah and been a big addition to the Storm team. Tell us a little bit about how proud you are to see the turnout and the work that's been put into this event.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Awesome week. We got full house of bowlers from the morning till whatever time it is right now, which is awesome. And it's been fun. It's fun to see all these bowlers out here.
You've been a big part of getting people involved on the internet and just trying to get a big group of people trying to follow bowling and follow the TAT and be in the Storm Roto Nation. Tell us what you think we have in the future, what's coming up in the future, not only for this event but more events to come.
I mean, under the Storm umbrella, we're the bowlers company for a reason, and anytime we can get out here and help and contribute and make the event a better experience, I think that's what it's all about. I mean, only one person's going to win, but we want everyone to have a great experience.
Gary Hurselberg, ladies and gentlemen, one of the great guys at Storm. Thanks, Gary.
Thanks.
Well, now that the field is starting to whittle down into
there's not many left.
Looks like they're using lanes. We're down the low end. We're all within the first 20 lanes, and the crowd is starting to pack in behind us. So, starting to get a little rowdy. I'd be interested to see if there's any action floating around back then in the crowd.
There looks like some on-lane strategy going on right now in lane 13 and 14 between Dan Nadeau, Victor Meyerhoff, and Guy Kaminsky. Looks like there's maybe some coercion here going on. I don't know if there's some splits happening or what's happening here, guys.
I bet they're talking about where we're going to go to dinner.
Hey, how about a Brad Edelman? Grab Brad.
Perfect time for Mr. Edelman. If we can get Louie over here, Brad Edelman. This is a privilege and an honor. I don't get an opportunity often to get a chance to speak to you on camera, but one of the creators of the Megabuck bowling history and the scene in Las Vegas, Brad Edelman. It's great to be on the side working with you this week. And if you just tell the people out there a little bit about, the direction of the TAT and where the high roller is and where we're going and how proud you are to see the great turnout this week.
Well, I am, Tim, and as you know, everybody talking about bowling in the decrease and Megabucks, going downhill, and it's just great to see such a good crowd here. Can I talk about you for a second, everybody? As good as you are, as much as we love you, if this crowd could have seen you bowl 10 years ago, in your heyday, everybody needs goals. Everybody needs goals, and I remember guys coming out and say, "Boy, would I like to throw the ball like Tim Mack." Great to have you working with us, buddy.
That's fantastic. Thanks for the kind words. But Brad Edelman has been instrumental in the growth of bowling, not only here but worldwide. So this reminds me of the old high roller days where we had 300-400 people in the building. And if anybody's going to resurrect it, this guy, Brad Edelman, right here. So thanks for your time, buddy. And let's look forward to having a great week. Thanks for taking some time to talk to us.
Thank you, Tim.
Okay.
Thanks for sticking.
There you go, Brad Edelman, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, Tim.
Okay.
So I think they're spreading the bowlers out, reshuffling them on each pair, giving them their new assignments. So we're cutting everything down to definitely a select group. So things get a little bit tighter now.
4H, Tim Smith. 5A.
Be interesting to see how all the guys that are coming from the high end, as they come down to the low end, 38 left. 38 bowlers left. It'll be interesting to see how all the bowlers coming from the high end down to the low end. I know from spending the last 4 days walking up and down this concourse, I know that all the bays play totally different. So even though it is a house pattern, it'd be very easy to come from one end of the building down to the next and see a totally different ball reaction. So strategy is definitely going to come into play.
38, that's 180 down to 38, guys. So I don't know how long that took, but didn't take as long as I thought it might, to be honest with you.
That's David Kroll up on our screen right now, guys, with his deranged, and he was getting a little excited down there.
Let's go talk to him. Let's have a chat with Dave Kroll. Dave, we saw you getting a little bit pumped up down here on the lanes, and we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. What do you think your chances are of coming out on top or being one of the final four in this event? You're throwing it great.
Thank you very much, but I try to keep on getting lucky on some shots, just moving through the whole house. Never know what you're going to hit.
Luck seems to be the key word this week, but in an event like this, I think you just want to try to control the pocket and just get to the 1-3. And I think with your big power, the rev rate and the amount of speed you put on the ball, you should be able to get 9 right out there, right?
I should be.
Is that your thought process now? Just try not to give the pocket away and just try to get 9 or strike and see how far you can keep going?
Yeah, don't give up the pocket and just try to get off my hand, same every time.
What are you throwing out there?
Roto grip deranged. I drew up this week.
There you go, the Roto grip deranged.
Timmy,
go ahead.
Ask him what his nickname is.
I just got a little message in my ear. We want to know what your nickname is.
My nickname is Bug.
There you go.
4.
Can we say that on camera?
Yeah, sure. When I was younger, my mom said I was a cute little booger, and it's just kept me through the years.
There you go. The Bug.
He's from my neck of the woods.
Can you still see us, Louie? The Bug's going to have a big chance here. Here we go. Good luck.
Thank you.
Time. Team Swanee, Dell says. I'm not sure what these nicknames are, but Sean Swanson. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Sean Swanson, one of the all-time greats.
Swanson's
Team Challenge
here?
High Roll. No, that's Team Swanson.
Yeah, he works for Sean, I believe.
Yeah, he works for Sean.
David does. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Let's shout out to Sean, who's battling cancer, guys. That's,
Absolutely.
we love that guy.
I love him.
Great bowler.
Here's a little tidbit, too, for a lot of folks that may not know it, but a lot of people, I manage Pete's fan page, they ask, what are those bracelets Pete wears on TV, those yellow ones?
And
Strike
fire
out
away.
sarcoma.
Yep, exactly.
That's a Sean Swanson raising money to beat that dreaded disease of cancer.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, can I do a
Great
quick plug?
tie-in. Great tie-in. Yep.
I actually have my own charity foundation that we created. It's the Bull Strong Striking Out Against Cancer charity. You can find us on Facebook at the Bull Strong Cancer Research Charity page. Land and Lincoln Tournaments, which is the tournament group that I run back home in Central Illinois. Everything that we do benefits the Bull Strong Cancer Research Charity. Happy to announce that just recently we brought David Bartlett from Bloomington, Illinois, and former assistant PBA tournament director Corey Kistner is on board now in Decatur, Illinois. So we've got probably 20 to 25 events that we'll be doing this year benefiting Bull Strong. So,
Guys, I'm down here. I want everybody to tell your name and tell them where you're from.
Dave Lyle from Memphis, Tennessee.
Dave Lyle from Memphis, Tennessee would like to know, since he's down in the top 30, where is the free beer?
Absolutely. I'm getting awful thirsty down here because it's just a little bit humid today.
A little bit humid down here. Dave wants a free beer. He's still going. You know what? You win this event, you can buy beer for everybody in here.
Absolutely.
I'll take one.
Enjoying it.
There you go. There you have it, guys. Dave looking for free beer, and if he keeps going, he's going to buy for the house.
Hey, Tim, let me ask you something. Do you prefer being a sideline reporter or a bowler?
There's nothing better than there's my guy. Excuse me, on the dark side, or excuse me, on the flip side. Marcus, there is my dark horse. Just got advanced another one, Marcus Bell. But to answer your question, Mike, there's nothing better than being out in the lanes throwing it when you need it. So I love being out in the lanes and throwing it. But sideline reporting's fun. You know, you got to get some people involved and get people passionate about the game, get them excited, and there you go. There you have it. You know?
All right, Timmy, another question for you.
Fire away.
Win on the bench or win standing up?
I want to win standing up. I want ball in hand every single time. Every single time. You give me ball in hand, and I give my chance to throw it when I need it. I don't throw it. I got nobody to blame but myself.
Absolutely.
So that's the way I look at it. I've looked at it my life, my whole career.
Amen.
And that's how I feel about it.
Okay, guys. Anybody get eliminated on the last ball? Did we notice?
Yes, we had one guy leave an 8-10 on lane 7.
So we're down to 37 right now.
37, and so far everybody else has got 9 or a strike. So it's still going here.
And currently, right now, with our split screen that we have, you're actually able to watch every single ball bowled from here on out until the end of this challenge. So we've got you in your split screen. You can see all lanes 3 through 12 right now. You'll be able to see every ball that goes down the lane. 9 strike or less. Remember, 9 or better, you stay in. Anything less, you're out. We're down to 37 here. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty. Mike Flanagan, Jeff Carter, Tim Mack here. Fun event, great event. Over 600 entries this week and all the events that they've had here at the 2014 TAT. Of course, brought to you by Roto Grip, and of course the High Roller, which is coming back this summer.
So I don't think we've done it yet, but how about a huge shout-out to the entire staff here at the Orleans.
Boogie throws a strike.
Their counter personnel, everybody in the building has done a tremendous job this week, making sure everything runs smoothly. They're running leagues while all this is going on and taking care of their normal customers. So they do a tremendous job every time we come here. The entire staff does an awesome job. So thank you very much to everybody, Mr. Kaufman and everybody with the Orleans staff.
Absolutely.
It's been nice for me to be back in the Orleans, guys. I spent a lot of time in my bowling career here in the late 90s and in the early 2000s, mid-2000s, and with Bobby McVeigh and Mike Kaufman and Darryl Smith running the show here. They got a great group of employees, great staff, and whatever we need, they've been able to handle it. So
Looks like down to 36, guys. We had a 7 count on lane 10.
I tell you what, Timmy, I think something happened to me this week that you probably can't ever claim.
Which is what?
Well, you know, like I said, we were out here in July for the summer TAT.
Sure.
And I was in room 1301.
Okay.
I remember that because it was, lucky number 13, and I was in the room the farthest away from the elevators, which was 1301.
That happens to me often.
Me too here. Unbelievable.
So when I
this time.
So when I check in Sunday night, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't get here till after midnight. I get up, I'm on the 13th floor, and all of a sudden I get off the elevator and it hits me. I'm in room 1301. I'm in the same room that I was in back in July for a week.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's happened to me.
Has it?
But Happened to me at Sam's Town. I stayed in the same room.
Well, now we all know where to send the pizzas tonight.
I sat in the same room with my wife.
Or other things.
You know what? I
My
will
wife
tell you
does.
a funny hotel room story. We were in, I can't remember the last time the Masters was in Albuquerque.
2000.
Was it 2000?
Yep.
I checked in. I can't remember which hotel it was that was attached to the convention center.
Oh, got a Greek
Dan
church
Nadeau,
on lane
guys.
6.
Former high roller champion.
Another one of the favorites.
Dan Nadeau, one of the favorites out.
So anyway, I check.
35, guys.
I check into the room, and she gives me room 2810. And I tell the lady, I says, I need another room. She says, why? I says, just trust me.
Another one out, 4-9.
Said, trust me, there's no way I'm staying in room 2810. So she moved me.
So 34 or so left unofficially?
I think so.
Vic Meyerhoff just left the 4-9. Are you kidding me?
Another favorite gone.
Yeah, he struck every ball but that one, and he 4-9'd.
Timmy Guy's up on 11. We'll see if his luck continues.
Guy Kaminsky in South Africa.
We got a great group of people here. Everyone has come down to this area of the bowling center. The bleachers are full, guys.
Oh, 2810. I guess
There
I did
you go.
finally black cloud him. I had to say 2810, and he's done.
Guys, I have found it. I want to get a camera on this.
Oh,
here's the koozie.
The Terry Rohr.
The Terry Rohr koozie.
Hall of Fame
And he's
koozie.
still going. There he is, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Terry Rohr with his koozie. Not many guys in the field have this. There it is.
That is not the first time the koozies made it.
They're
on our
everywhere.
podcast.
They're everywhere down here. There's another one. They're everywhere. Terry Rohr. Oh, boy.
I am Terry, hear me roar. Isn't that a song?
Yeah, I think so. I think maybe him and Katy Perry are probably kindred spirits.
If this keeps on, he's going to be in drag at one of the casinos later.
Terry Rohr and drag? I don't know.
No,
Terry
I'm
Rohr,
talking
Hear Me Roar?
Flanagan.
Oh, Flanagan.
Singing
okay.
show tunes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
I am woman, hear me roar. That's
Yep.
what that was from, Timmy.
Okay, I got you.
While you were overseas listening to some sort of Arabian punk rock or reggae.
Van Halen,
we
actually.
were. Oh, okay, all right.
Ooh, a Van Halen shout out. Thank you very
That's
much.
for Jeff Carter. But ladies
Hey,
and gentlemen.
you knew it was going to be a good day because when I walked up here this morning at about 7:30, the first song I hear was Unchained.
Perfect.
So, somebody loved me.
Some enchanted evening.
Let's say hi to Brenda Mack. Brenda's standing right in front of us giving Timmy some water, so Tim's lovely wife.
This is kind of, this is like a football game where, like, they would serve someone Gatorade where the guys don't even, like, actually open, grab it themselves. They just open their mouth and squirts in.
I just wish I had $1 for every word that I said today. I'd be a really rich man.
Isn't that every day?
That's every day, Tim.
Really? Well, yeah. I haven't been known to talk a little bit. So down here, Brett Cooper and Terry Rohr. The koozie is in effect. It's in effect.
So I don't know how many times I've sent somebody down to the room and said, "Hey, just go check in with the bald guy down there," not thinking that there's like 4 of you down there with no hair.
I clearly am not even close to having the least amount of hair on this staff.
No.
I have way more hair than those guys down there. Those guys are struggling, I can tell you that.
We definitely have some follically challenged people down there in that room.
No doubt.
We're going to get up close and personal on lane number 9 here. Just a moment. Whenever this gentleman is up here, Louis got the lane cam, and actually the guy's up on 10. So we'll use that here in just
Another
a
strike
moment.
on 12.
There we go,
totally
baby.
Defiant. Timmy with a high
Little
five.
Irish strike there, baby.
How's that got to make you feel a high five from a Hall of Famer as you come off the approach?
You should be down here with me then. Or should maybe Terry Rohr should be down here high-fiving. This is getting exciting, guys. This is getting down to the nitty-gritty.
Now we got Dell walking around telling everybody that he's my guy that just struck. So.
Yep. Good song there, too, My Girl.
Oh, my goodness.
Jeez, I should give you the mic. I should give you the mic. Mike Flanagan or Mike J, or no, Mike Flanagan, and start singing.
Don't call me Mike J.
Mike J. Flanagan.
No offense.
Excuse me.
I
Sorry.
respect what he does, but I respect anybody that's logged that many hours committed to bowling.
Another strike on lane 4. One of our female contestants on lane 6. She bowled really, really well yesterday in the women's event. And
just gets lucky. The crowd erupts.
Guys, we got a serious crowd down here. The crowd goes down to lane 21.
Do we only have one female bowler left?
That's it.
Well, Timmy, at some point in time, I'd love to get an interview.
Yep.
I'll get it right now.
Louie, you can help us out? Going down to lanes 5 and 6. Timmy, we're going to Louie's got a great camera shot. We're going to get the next shot on 9, then we'll go to that interview. How about that?
Okay. All right, we'll just wait till they're done, and
yeah, we'll wait until
we'll get a quick
9
chat with
gets
Tana.
finished bowling here. We got this great camera angle.
Perfect.
Ready to go.
This crowd's kind of reminiscent of PBA heyday.
A little bit.
We got Alex up on lane 5 with his wrecker and labels another one.
Is that Alex or Butterbean?
I'll tell you what, guys. Tough crowd up there in the booth. Tough crowd.
Take you down to lane 9. Up close and personal. We'll take a look at this ball go down lane number 9.
A little action from a Roto grip deranged. Great shot.
Yep.
That's fantastic shot. All right, we're going to get Louie to turn around here. He's going to come over here. We're going to get a quick interview. Here we are with the only woman left in the field. I want you to tell everybody your name and where you're from, and then I'll ask you some more questions.
Tana Porcayo. I'm from Northern California, Corning, California.
Tana, I've watched you all week. You got a great game, passionate about the game, and the crowd is seriously behind you right now. Roared very loud for your last shot. How do you feel about it?
It's good. It's good to have support, even though I threw the ball bad.
Well, strategy from here on out is just striker 9, right? Just try to hit the pocket.
Exactly.
Timmy, ask her what she's using.
What ball are you using out there?
The Hypercell.
There you have it, the Hypercell from the Hyper crowd. That's a crowd favorite right now. Tana, good luck to you. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
Oh, another good break on lane 5.
Lane 5, this guy earlier had a S on his chest for Superman. He was down in the Roto Grip lanes practicing. He's from Baltimore. Hit a big S on his chest. So I was just throwing that out there.
And it looks like the Boog is still in.
The Boog, yeah, he is. And it looks like the Showboat single ball bag is still in play.
It's all happening out here.
What do we got, about 30 left here?
We lost one bowler on lane 3. So, yeah, it's getting down to the nitty-gritty. When we get inside 10, that's when it's exciting. Guys, how many guys get paid in the event? Is it only the top 4? Do we know? Do you have any idea?
Ed would be the one to ask on that. I know he made an announcement on that a little while ago, but I wasn't able to hear it.
Let me ask Ed. Hold on a second. It's down to the nitty-gritty, guys. The top 30 get money back.
So we're about down to that point where just about everybody that's left right now is going to get paid. So, and again, they're bowling for $5,000 on top tonight.
Crowd's getting kisses to the camera. Crowd's getting high here, guys. This is what it's all about.
This is starting to get exciting. So,
all right. It's seriously happening. This is where I'm saying about you're going to need to pack your lunch and pitch a tent because it could take a while from here.
Got a Brooklyn on 11 for a lucky break.
There we go.
This is where I wish we had some names to go with faces so we could.
It'd be great, yeah.
We could talk a little bit about more about who's left and where they're from. And
we just lost another bowler with a 3-6-9-10 on lane 9.
My favorite split in bowling.
It is the hardest spare in bowling, hands down. Or the 2-4-7-8 for the lefties. But then again, the lefties usually have a little bit more friction to the left and a little bit more hold. So
I have no idea what you're talking about, Tim.
That was directed towards you for you because I knew you would comment on that.
Yep. I have no comment on that. I think everybody that knows me, I'm a huge fan of the left-handers.
It's now you're now on a stage. Oh, gets a two-pin. You're now on a stage by yourself in front of about 150 or 200 people out here. Oh, the koozie is out.
Yeah.
The Hall of Famer from Indiana is out. The koozie is done. And that's also, and another favorite, Dan Incensio, great bowler for over the years, is out.
Oh, Dan is out?
Dan just fell out there. He got 8. And the bearded wonder over here is still striking. Can't be more than 25 bowlers left. It's got to be down to 20, 25 guys.
Sounds about right. And again, just looking at the guys and the young lady that is left.
Here's looking at you, kid.
We have.
Is that another song, Mike Flanagan?
He's killing me up here.
Jesus, you should be on The Voice.
We have a wide variety of ages and skill levels, and some righties and lefties left. So it's there's a good look at the back of the new Roto Grip T-shirt and the tagline "Own It." So thanks, Louie, for your outstanding camera work.
We haven't had a Brett Cooper interview either. At some point, I'd like to get an interview with Brett.
Yeah, well, we better get
Let's go find out where the ladies are, and we'll find Brett.
We better get the interview with Brett now, because if we wait too much longer, he'll he turns into Bert.
And again.
I don't think we want to interview Bert. Hey, Timmy, go ask Brett what time Bert comes out.
Brett Cooper, Storm Roto Grips salesman. We've been asked by someone on the internet, when does the gentleman Bert come to play?
Oh, we don't talk about Bert. Bert, can't talk about him right now.
Can't talk about Bert right now because we've got a lot of things going out on the lanes here. So, but it's been a very popular question for people in the booth and online. They want to know, who is Bert?
It's my alter ego, so it comes out at night.
There you go. It's not often that I have more hair than the person that I'm interviewing, but Brett Cooper, thanks for taking the time.
No problem.
I will say that there was a Bert sighting last night.
Okay.
It wasn't pretty.
All right.
But Bert did come out for a while. He was out for long enough, he almost turned into Ernie.
Oh, I don't know who Ernie is, but those are inside jokes that I'm just not privy to the information
we got an
for.
Ernie in the office.
Oh, yeah.
The Big E.
Yeah, the Big E.
Yeah.
The Big E. Well, there you go.
It's one of our lefties left on lane 9. Wheeling the deranged. Stays alive with a 6-pin. Another deranged going down the lane. Light mixer for strike.
Head over to 7, up close and personal. Only female left in the challenge. Hypercell.
Gotta love that hypercell.
Looking good out there.
You know, Michael, you came back home and bowled the holiday doubles.
Yeah.
Between the Christmas and New Year break, and even though we were bowling on house pattern, it was long rounds, so it got tougher and tougher. But I noticed that you used a hypercell quite a bit that night, and seemed to have a level of success with it. So that was nice to see.
Yeah. Honestly, I just was able to move away left, open up the whole lane pattern, and
you guys have any idea how many?
740.
I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. You have any idea how many bowlers we have left? Give the fans out there kind of.
It's about 25.
Nah, it's got to be less than that, Mike. I got to think it's down there pretty low.
That many have been eliminated?
Yes.
Looks
not
like
a lot of people struck that round.
We got Alex Aguirre on lane 6. Once again, wrecking him with his wrecker. That was Richard Lewis down there on lane 12.
Richard Lewis looking solid right now.
Oh, and Alex is out.
Alex goes Greek church,
Alex
and
with
just
big
like
5.
that, he's done.
Half a loaf.
I thought half a loaf was the bucket plus the 7-pin.
I think it's any 5 count.
Okay.
I thought half a loaf was bread. Because I could use some bread, some turkey, and some cheese right now. I'm pretty hungry. I haven't eaten in a while.
Where are you taking Brenda tonight?
Well, based on what time this may finish, I may be just going to the coffee shop and having some pancakes and eggs and calling it a night.
Could be Denny's. Hey, did you know that waffles are just pancakes with abs?
Well, there you go. No,
Yeah,
you see, you learn something new every day.
Here we go with the booger on lane 4.
Oh, he gets a 2-pin. Still alive.
He's probably going to win this.
Are you calling that now? Are you
pretty
saying that
fearless.
is he your pick to win?
Sure. Yeah, he's from my neck of the woods. Supported Inside Bowling for a long time, so why not?
Told you my boy Marcus is still alive.
All right, Timmy, who are you taking?
I like my boy Marcus down there.
I'm going to take Robert Lewis. He was the gentleman that won the senior.
Marcus Bell.
I'm going to take the gentleman that won the senior side yesterday.
And I called that when there
He's
was
my
about
pick.
120 people left. Take that. InsideBowling.com prediction.
I'm patient with my predictions. I like to research and
I like that.
Wait till they're down the last two, then I'll pick.
I knew there was something I liked about you.
Dale Rivas striking like a madman.
That's why I don't gamble.
Hey, tell us at home if you guys are liking the new horizontal split screen, being able to see this many pairs. Just something we came up with tonight, and really is coming in handy with so many balls being thrown down the lane in this elimination format.
I'll put my vote in that I like it. So, guys, we have seen an unbelievable amount of 2-pins so far tonight. So that seems to be like the key hit.
Well, with the house shot out there, guys, the oil's really built up down there, and there's a lot of friction to the right now. And, you know, you matching the two patterns, there's a lot of volume on the regular tournament pattern at 37 feet. There's just a lot of volume out there right now. And you put a house pattern on top of that, you're going to start seeing balls, you know, sail by in 2-pin.
Brooklyn on lane 12 again stays alive.
He is living in the 1-3 pocket.
Yep.
By the way, he's right-handed. Or excuse me, 1-2 pocket.
I was going to say, well, that's pretty normal.
Yeah, you got that right. I'm getting delirious down here. I'm going on my
Eddie Murphy
14th hour on my feet.
I may have to send somebody after another rock star for me, Timmy.
Luckily, I'm in such great shape. I'm able to combat 14 hours on my feet.
Round is a shape.
As Matt Ogle says, I do need a massage.
What happened to Matt Ogle in this event? Did he not bowl?
I don't think he bowled.
I don't think he bowled because he's on staff with DV8. So yeah, he's on staff. We just lost another bowler, guys. They got 8.
Yeah, you do have to throw a roto grip ball here, and
Runaway Brook.
Runaway Brook for the nickel.
Yeah, the nickel.
The nickel's good enough in this game.
It is.
All right, letter H.
Letter H is up, we've been told.
It's game on in the trenches down here, boys.
And then we've got the human eclipse right in front of us, Chris Schlemmer.
Human Eclipse, you mean the brand manager of Rotogrip?
Yeah, I can't even see lane 11.
I think he's been working out in the gym. He looks pretty good.
He is part of a contest back at home office.
I think he looks good.
Losing weight, and Slim's been out on the road, and he's been eating healthier.
Guys, got a gentleman from Mexico up on lane 12. You could hear a big roar here from the Mexican contingent right behind here next to the booth. And here he goes. Oh, that's good. Gets the nickel out for the Shaker 7.
Hey, speaking of that, though, Timmy, how about the large number of international players that are here
How about it?
this week?
Suerte. Yeah, I mean, we've seen people all over the place, from Germany, from Ireland, Scotland, from Mexico, from South Africa. All over the place. It's a fantastic
I think somebody
response.
said that 19 countries are represented here.
Canada, I mean, it's just everywhere. It's just great.
And with all the countries, we got to give a shout out to our friends, our Americans overseas right now competing in the Olympics.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good luck to everybody in Sochi, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of funny going through Twitter and seeing all the horror stories of the hotels that aren't finished, and bathrooms with no divider walls, and it's pretty wild what some of them are going through right now.
Bet you they'd like to be staying here at the nice Hotel to Orleans.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great property here. Big rooms, big pancakes, big drinks.
Big bowling center.
Great center. Great atmosphere. Tell you what, it's been a long time since I could see an electric atmosphere like this.
And give a shout out too to Bowl TV. They were just here recently for the team trials.
Yep. As I said earlier, Mike, there's been a number of huge events contested in this building in just the last month. It's been fantastic. Oh, he trips the 8. The old 6-8 goes out late.
And just to let everybody know, we are in Las Vegas, Nevada. We are not in New Orleans.
Here goes one of the crowd favorites, Tana, from the Bay Area. You'll hear a roar if she strikes here, I can tell you that.
A Terry roar or just a crowd roar?
That's got to hook a yard.
It did. Did you see that hypercell?
Wow, did you see that pickup? Amazing. Kind of lives for another day.
I think she just sold 10, 12 balls just on that shot alone.
I think so, too.
Wow, did that ball pick up and go?
And, you know, that really speaks true to the higher-end design bowling balls. Lower rev rate like she has, and she's able to come out here. There's some big boomers in this crowd, some big hookers, and she's able to go out there and just go right at it.
Big hookers in what way? Is that like big hookers?
Big hookers get in left and just rip on it and hook the whole lane.
Timmy, we are in Vegas.
I thought, we were in Vegas. I thought the hookers was another comment, but that's okay. We'll leave that for another day.
You'll have to explain that to me later. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Meanwhile, I'm going to pump my own chest and say my man Marcus Bell's still alive. Just sawed the rack down on lane 4.
Daryl Ratliff still alive also, I see.
Daryl Ratliff?
Yeah, right there in the blue shirt.
Like Daryl Revis. You know, on his own island, Daryl Ratliff now, on his island.
He's a new Roto Grip staffer. Just signed
right
recently.
On. Keep it going, Daryl.
My pick, Robert Lewis down there on looks like lane 3.
Struck again. He was very fortunate to get through a couple rounds there. He went on the beak, but that's what it's all about.
All you got to do is a 9 or better to advance.
9 to advance. Here we go. Oh, in the pocket, 7-10. Mike, who was your pick in this event now? Who did you take?
David Kroll.
David Kroll. You're taking Booger. Boogie or Booger or Boogs? Booger. All right.
Just think Revenge of the Nerds.
I think I got Marcus Bell. And Jeff went with the older guy.
Yeah, I went with Robert Lewis.
Robert Lewis. What if all 3 of our bowlers bowl for it? Do we have to throw some money in the pot?
Ooh, I think we should. I think it should all be your money, but we'll throw it in the pot anyway.
If I had your money, I'd throw mine away.
I have no idea what you're talking about today.
Yeah. How's that lumber business doing? Boogie strikes again. The Boogie Man.
Booger rocks.
The Booger Man.
Ooh,
oh, boy. We lost three people that round. Stays alive, high in the head pin, getting 9.
So, how are we doing on viewers tonight, Mike? How many we got?
We've got
tuned in.
We've had a steady 60, 70 tonight. Not a lot of promotion tonight. We got in a little late and just, didn't want to promote something that wasn't for sure going to happen. But I'll tell you what, folks, that's a great idea, Jeff, is folks need to stick around all weekend long. We'll be streaming tomorrow from 1 to 9. Qualifying squads for the main event that's going to be happening on Saturday. About 3:30 Pacific time, we'll bring you that main event. Somebody's going to take home $20,000.
So everybody out there, help us spread the word. Share the Inside Bowling TV link on your Facebook and Twitter pages. Help us build the viewership and helps us pay the bills and bring more television coverage to you throughout the year.
Yeah, it's amazing just how far, our technology has become. What used to take 15 minutes to set up now takes 15 hours to set up. I don't know if I like it or not, actually. Louie and I had to run to the store, pick up a couple extra items that did not make the flight out here.
Still think one of my favorite moments was at the IB Open last April on the C squad when my buddy Dennis Hacker and I were in the booth until almost 3 o'clock in the morning, and we still had 300 or 400 people tuned in watching.
Oh, yeah.
So always nice to have a lot of support.
Yeah, we'll be releasing the details on that event later this week. Just trying to iron out a few things. We're currently doing something that you've recently done, Jeff Carter, which is working in conjunction with the Professional Bowlers Association. We've been trying to work out to where the event can actually be a PBA Super Regional without losing the exact way that the tournament's been ran, but just compromising on a few things. So we'll see if we can get that deal inked.
Back-to-back runaway Brooks for the guy in 10, the Bearded Wonder.
I've actually done that with my big team challenge this year.
Saw that.
We added a non-champions regional and a tournament champions regional the 2 days before the team challenge, and that'll all be Labor Day weekend. We've got 4 solid days of bowling in Springfield, Illinois. A lot of tournaments, a lot of action, a lot of stuff going on that weekend. It all benefits the Bowstrung cancer research charity. So,
Guys, I'm going to get an update down here in the trench to see how many bowlers are left. How many guys we got left? 17 guys left, guys. 17.
Hey, bringing it into the booth here, Mike Flanagan, Jeff Carter, happy to bring into the action. You've seen Tim Mack roaming around. Just a great event here at the Orleans here in Las Vegas. Happy to be bringing it to you live here on InsideBowling.com. Roto Grip, thanks for the sponsorship. A lot of bowling balls moving through here. A lot of great products out there. When you're looking for a new ball, make sure you consider Roto Grip.
I would say hi to my kids back home, but they better be in bed.
They're getting big, too.
Oh, my God.
Guys, Larry Corrigan from Ireland still left alive. A young man from Mexico still left alive. We got a girl left alive. We got seniors left alive. We got boogers left alive. We got a little bit of everything left alive down
and
there.
There's a look at those great bowling balls out there going down the lane here tonight. Good look at the Disturbed, it looks like, and a Deranged.
We've got a Disturbed, a Deranged, and a Totally Defiant. So.
Yeah.
Good variety of bowling balls going
That's
down
a totally good arsenal. You see that ball hold? That ball looked very direct.
Larry's looking solid down there. Go, Larry, go. The Silver Fox, he's been coined.
I'm going to call him Larry Bird.
The Silver Fox.
He's tall. He could probably hit a jumper.
Jeff Garrison, guys, from California. Throwing the messenger. Maybe the only lefty left in the field.
I believe he is the only lefty.
He's got an amazing T-shirt on, too.
Jeff Garrison throwing it good, still alive. So we're down to 17, it looks like, and we haven't lost the bowler yet. Here goes Tana.
Hey, let me throw this out to you guys, Jeff and Tim. We'll start with Jeff. As the lanes continue to break down and you only get a ball here and there, what kind of moves are you going to make throughout this as it gets down to the nitty-gritty here, moving pairs too?
Go ahead, Jeff. Take it away first, and then I'll answer.
Well, I think for me it really kind of depends on what I've been seeing. On a house pattern, if it starts getting a little bit too wet dry, I'm going to almost move right and throw it straighter. Just something I can control. The name of the game is 9 or better, and you move on. So, like Tim and I talked about right up front, if we flat 10, it's good enough for tonight. And I know I can do that. I've done that plenty.
No question. I would agree with you. I think, first off, I'm just going to throw it out there again. My man Marcus Bell is still alive. All 3 of our picks are still alive. And you know what? I think speed control is a big thing right now because there's so much oil in the lane, pushing down the lane, that try not to give the pocket away. You got to be careful because if you get up on top of it and throw it too hard, you can really buck it pretty easily. So, but everybody's kind of playing them a little bit different. You got a bunch of different styles out here, and it's just about getting 9. Here goes your pick, Jeff.
There he goes. Low maintenance game.
Another guy wearing a Roto Grip shirt. He's owning it right now.
I'll take him all day.
Here comes the boogeyman.
Hey, Louie, how about a shot of this crowd? How about a good look at the crowd? I just can't believe how many people are here watching this thing. They're just packed in here. Chad Roberts sighting also.
Here comes Booger.
I heard Lamar's here also. Poindexter.
Oh, with the brook. He slaps it out.
The boogeyman strikes again.
There you go. There's a look at the crowd. There's us up in the booth.
There's my pick.
We just lost the bowler.
Uh-oh.
Kevin Gagnon, is he out?
He's sitting right down here, our defending champion right down here.
He's
in
just
the red
watching
Roto
now.
T-shirt. He's just watching.
Yeah, he won last year.
Kevin, a.k.a. Steve Cook.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, he's been on the practice range practicing like a madman, and is throwing it really good. I like his chances this week.
Nice guy too. I mean, he's constantly on social media
nice
saying nice things about what's going on. Really like him.
Love Harry. Love Harry from Montana. Don't got Harry's last name, but man, does he throw it good. He was down in the practice range earlier today.
I like how you call it the practice range. That's a pretty cool name.
Another strike on lane 3 for another deranged.
We get a shout out for Wolf's Bowling Supply there from Mike Wolf, Storm Roto Grip staffer, getting a little pub out here. He's got a bowler left and got a little Storm Wolf bowling supply patch on. There you go.
Pretty sure he's
Wolfies.
Pretty sure he's not tuned in. He may not even be home yet. I know he's been vacationing in Florida with the family. So.
No way, Wolf. No way.
Question here in the chat for Tim Mack. Is Money Webster still alive? The guy with the big S on his shirt this morning.
He just got knocked out. Superman just got knocked out. Just got knocked out. He had a good run.
Letter G. Go ahead, G.
Let's throw it down to a bowling ball standing by who's got a very special message for you. Hi, everybody. I'm the Hypercell. Come by me off a Pro Shop wall today. There you have it.
Shameless plug.
I'll tell you what, you got a future in this business, Mr. Flanagan. Well done.
I was gonna make some sort of crazy voice, and I just mailed it in.
Total lack of effort.
Okay, guys, we got a guy from we
Yeah.
got Team Mexico going on lane 4. We got the Irish contingent, who's clearly having a pint down there for their mate Larry Corrigan.
The point.
The
mate.
point mate. Okay, Team Mexico, you might hear a roar here. Using a defiant edge.
Very underrated bowling.
Oh.
Uh-oh, it's in.
Oh, he's home.
Olale.
Rolls the nickel. Still alive.
Is he a Washington Redskins fan?
No, he's a Team Mexico fan.
Okay.
This is what it's all about.
And speaking of people alive, Gary Hulsenberg is still alive. He is still here in the
Somehow
building.
Gary is still alive. He's sitting here. He can't speak too well, but table's holding him up, and we're happy to have him.
I tell Gary that you don't have to speak to play craps.
You don't have to speak to play craps was the message I just received from Mike Flanagan. How do you respond to that, Gary?
7 come 11.
There you go.
He's in a trance.
Well, the guys and
Flat's
girls
good enough.
that are this far certainly know how to get the pocket and control the pocket, or at least hit the one in the front. A buddy of mine a long time ago told me if you hit the one in the front, you got a good chance to get 9.
That's the number 1 tip in bowling all time.
Yeah, Brian Kretzer told me that a long time ago.
Oh!
And he gets a strike.
Larry does it again!
You know, Del Ballard, he is like...
I love it.
He's the American
I love it.
cheerleader. Look at that.
For the boys down in Ireland, have a pint. There they go.
Unbelievable.
Ole, 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 ole.
We've got a Al Brindley sighting here in the building, a St. Louis native.
Jeff Garrison's still alive, guys. Just fortunate not to leave the 3-7, leaves the 3-pin only.
Well, I think we are developing a crowd favorite and a very wholesome story here with our lone lady left. We'll take a look at her game again. Louis, great shot here. Hypercell.
Threw it good.
Man.
All right, Tana's still up. My pick, Marcus, is still alive. My pick is still alive, and you're my pick, so keep it going. Attaboy.
Compression sleeve out there, too, I noticed.
We got it all going on down here.
I've actually seen several compression sleeves this week, so another new tool in a bowler's arsenal that's becoming more and more popular.
I've just been given a comment from our
colleague,
cameraman colleague / guru of
all things Vegas.
showing the things.
Our
on
executive producer.
Yeah, Louis Weebat says, "Beauty and the Beast." We've got a Beauty and Tana down here, and 16 other beasts.
Beauty.
How about
one beauty left and a bunch of beasts?
Forget that. How about the beast of a bowling ball that she's throwing? There's the beauty and the beast right
the
there.
The beast is the hyper.
What if it came down to the beauty and the booger?
Ooh.
Beauty and the booger. Now
I'd have to go with the
B&B.
beauty.
I mean,
yeah.
And if you're just joining us, Booger meaning David Kroll. That's his nickname. He's still alive. He's my pick, and actually he's stepping up on the approach.
Here we go, David
on
Kroll.
lane number 7.
Lane number 7. We got Louis running the camera.
By the way, my pick just struck, so.
For the boogies.
Oh, that's Brooklyn, right?
Oh, you're unbelievable.
I am
Flanagan.
taking him to the roulette table tonight. I'm taking him to every game you can bet here in Vegas. The luckiest man alive. Goodness gracious.
I think we need to get
The boogeyman does it again.
We need to get a booger chant.
Boogeyman does it again.
We need to get Timmy somehow go up in the crowd and get a booger chant going for him.
I don't know if they realize his nickname is Boogie, so.
You know, he's probably going to defriend me on Facebook for letting everyone know that was his nickname because it wouldn't have been mentioned.
I don't know if he's had this much pub recently.
Yeah, that's true.
So, could be good for his corporate sponsors in the future.
That is definitely true. Who is that gentleman
Harry
in the black shirt over there?
Harry throws it very good.
Yeah,
he was down on the practice range today.
He's got the same haircut you do, too.
No, I got a little bit more hair than him, but I'm gonna throw it to Harry. Harry, well, I know it. I want to tell everybody where you're from, and what do you think about your balls and your chances?
From Butte, Montana. Got a pretty good chance right now.
Tell him your name.
Harry Schaefer.
There you go, Harry Schaefer, Butte, Montana. We've been there before, me and Louie. And Harry's down on the practice range today. Looked fantastic. I thought he was had a great chance not only to win the main event, but he's right in the thick of things in this event. So what are you throwing out there?
I'm throwing a defiant, totally
defiant.
We
lost a bowler.
Totally defiant. There you have it. Harry, and we are not, me and him together.
Another Brooklyn.
It's too bad your name's not David. You guys would make some nice candy, Harry and David.
Harry and David. Well, I'll tell you what. I got to check your IQ. Your IQ must be really high.
No, it's just witty.
Witty?
Useless knowledge.
Useless knowledge. Okay. All right, fair play.
All I know is, Michael, your idea of witty and my idea of witty are really, really different.
We should have a witty competition.
We could.
Guys, we just lost another
That'd
bowler.
Be a good competition. Because your Facebook posts are amazing.
Because one of us would definitely lose our wits.
We just lost another bowler. We lost Grizzly Adams' son here. He's out of the competition.
John Grizzly Adams from the independent trucking
division.
division.
Yeah, well, I'm just jealous because I can't have that much hair. So kind of. Well, I'm not great. Based on my colleagues, I'm getting a lot of feedback from the crowd down here, and they say based on the colleagues that we have at Storm, I clearly am in the middle percentage of hair on our staff.
That's just that's an update right there.
Team Mexico going for 9. Oh,
8.
And yeah, what a run, guys! We got to be almost 10 guys left. Let me get an official update from the Schlem and our tournament director, Ed Dufik.
Into the next round, letter A bowlers, move one lane to your right.
Timmy, have we had an interview from Schlem yet?
Just that Harry Carey deal earlier.
Oh, that's right.
Just a Harry Carey from Schlem, but he's a statistician, ball design, tour rep. He's the jack of all trades right now. We're trying to go sort through the numbers here to try to figure out how many bowlers are left.
I believe Schlemmer just purchased the Bellagio also.
I'm telling you. With the amount of balls we're going to sell this week, it may come true.
Did he purchase it from Terry Benedict?
Yeah, I believe he did.
Guys, we're down to 12 bowlers. 12 is the number, guys. 12.
Terry.
Trying to keep the European dream alive, and he does it again. Oh, you hear the roar. Larry Corrigan, baby.
Ole, 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 ole.
Sounds like somebody's been drinking over there. Letter B bowlers.
Here we go.
Letter B.
The great female hope is up.
Hey, letter B and let it be right here.
Oh
Are you going to start singing that?
Only words of wisdom. Let it be.
Absolutely. Most fans in the building. We just lost another bowler, guys. Jeff Garrison, the lone lefty, is out. That's got a hook. And of course it's going to hook.
It's a rotor ball.
It's going to hook. 2 bowlers up on the lanes at the same time.
Looks good. That'll work.
Oh, my pick is out.
She moves
Marcus
on.
Bell is done.
Marcus is done.
I'm out.
So now it's down to me and Flanagan.
We got 10 bowlers left.
My pick
Top
is
10.
My pick is up right now.
Good run.
Robert Lewis up on looks like lane 5 or 6. I'm not sure, but it almost looks like he's throwing a. What is he throwing, Michael?
I'm not sure, but we'll find out. And Tim Mack also, if we could find out what the player, how many cash in this event, some folks want to know. 30.
Top 30 cash. We're down to the final 10.
And if we could get a little bit of a payout idea, if you can find that for us.
I'll think if Ed has that or not, but let me ask him, guys.
Is that a critical theory?
That is a critical theory. I was going to say I saw a little white in it. Whatever it was, it struck.
Belmo bowled 300 on TV with that ball.
He did.
Not that particular one, but it was another one that
How
was
do you
made
know?
with the same name.
Because Jason really only needs 2-finger holes, and he can throw just about anything. So.
Guys, the information they gave me down here from Ed is that only the top 4 get 1,000. He doesn't know what the breakdown is. Jamie would have that in the office, but Ed said top 4,000.
Guaranteed 1,000.
Guaranteed 1,000. So we're down to 9. Are we down to 9, guys?
Because I think to win the 5,000, don't you have to strike in 3 out of the 5?
Yep.
3 out of 5 shots.
In the last round?
There goes Booger.
Booger.
The Boogeyman! All right, Boogs.
We got to get a chant
I don't
going
know
for
why
him.
that's so funny.
We got the Boogs going down here,
I
boss.
think that's so funny.
Somebody needs to make a sign. We got to get a chant going for him.
Yeah,
Boogie,
for sure.
Boogie. Isn't that from the old movie Porky's?
No, that would be.
No, it's Revenge of the Nerds.
Revenge of the
Revenge of the
Nerds.
Nerds.
Yeah,
Okay.
Booger burps really loud.
Well, there you go.
And there was Ogre from
Another
the
strike.
from the
Revenge of the
the
Nerds.
Alpha Betas.
Dark horse down here, Harry down on lane 4 from Butte, Montana. It's got to be Louis' favorite place to be in the world, other than Vegas.
Louis just
Rolls
happy
to
being
2.
anywhere.
There's 10 back right there.
I'll tell you what, it's getting down to the gritty. Wolfie's bowling supply. Wolf. There it is.
Who is that, Tim? What's this guy's name?
You know, I know him, but I can't think
So do
of his
I.
name.
Yeah, I know Brett Shepard's watching in the chat.
I knew his name. Steve Zimmerman.
I'm surprised Brett Shepard's not somewhere bowling some 9-pin no tap in some faraway land.
Well, he's a new father.
We just lost another one. I think we're down to 8 or 7.
Brett Shepard, we got to give a shout out to you being a new dad. You and Emily, I saw the pictures on Facebook. Congratulations, Brett Shepard.
So that's why he's still awake.
Yes.
Okay, we have 11 G's left, 9 H's left. Looks like
Steve's feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, he is.
On more ways than one, just so you know.
Yeah.
Repping Wolfie's Bowling Supply. Got the Kentucky, Southern Indiana contingent down here.
He's here with Matt Ogle.
Yeah, he's here with the Ogle guy. They're built very similar.
We won't hold that against him.
Yeah, there's a big fan club down here. Yeah, so it's all happening here, guys. Dublin's finest coming up on lane 8. Here we go.
I got a Matt Ogle story for you
You're
guys
gonna
here
hear.
in a
You're gonna
moment,
hear,
too.
guys. You're gonna hear a roar down about lane 20 if this ball gets 9 or strikes.
Timmy, go interview him.
Right off the approach.
No, the guy's down the other end.
Yeah. Here we go, boys.
Timmy, go interview
Gonna
the guys
go,
down
I'm
there.
going to run down with some of my boys.
Oi, oi, oi.
Graham Turner, Alan Gibbons. I got to get the boys. Some of my good friends from Ireland, guys.
Strike down here.
I got Louie here. You're on camera on Inside Bowling Live, and Larry's kind of carrying the flag for everybody here. What do you think about that? And how many beverages have we consumed tonight?
It's the first one.
There you go.
Yeah, and I have a big bet with him about Larry. He's picked some other American guy. I picked the Irish.
Well, there you have it. You always bet on the Irish, guys. Big contingent from Ireland. Great to see them all here. Guys, thanks for coming out, and keep rooting on the Irish hope. All right, guys. Thanks. There you have it, guys.
The great Irish
The Irish
hope.
contingent right here behind lane 23. It's a little far to walk down to lane 12, so they're sitting over here consuming some beverages.
Well, they're getting ready for the finals down there because the finals are going to take place on 13 through 17.
Well, it's getting down to the nitty-gritty, guys. We got to
it's
be
got
close.
hook a lot, and it did.
I think she's flat 10'd or struck every single ball.
Hypercell available in pro shops now.
There you go. 252RG 047.
Hey, hold on. My pick.
Nice throwing, nice symmetrical.
Can we get some quiet? My pick's up on lane 7.
Quiet, please.
I got a lot of money on this.
Somebody cough. Somebody cough.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff Carter living in a tree. Jeff?
Living on a prayer? Is that what you said?
1986, slippery when wet.
Yeah.
Jeff, you and your pick and Boogie and Flanagan could go down to the roulette table together after that.
That's right. Hey, Timmy, could you grab Zimmerman real quick? We got a question here in the chat from
Okay,
Brett
we got a
Shepard.
question from Steve in the chat, but I don't know. We're not going to be on camera, so I'm just going
okay.
to
Just
fire it out to him. What's the question? We got a question
Brett
for
Shepard
you.
wants to know if he is using his Defiant Soul. Is it Brett Shepard's ball?
Brett Shepard would like to know if you're using his Defiant Soul. Is it his or is it someone else's?
Brett Shepard's Defiant Soul.
And the answer is it's Brett's.
Okay.
So my question to you, Stevie, is now, does Brett get a percentage should you continue to move forward in this event?
Brett has a kid now. Yeah, he gets one. Yeah, he gets
diaper fund.
Gets a little cut. Well, we've already talked about that he has a new kid, but the fact of the matter is, Steve's trying to pay for diapers for Brett and the new baby.
Nice,
There
very
you go.
nice. I love it.
Meanwhile, we had Booger with the big wheel.
Meanwhile, Harry struck again. Harry with no hair. He's Harry, but he has no hair, but he struck.
Who's the guy on lane number 6? Old School wants to know.
Throwing
in the
messages.
chat.
What's his name?
He's got a nice game.
Craig Spencer. Josh Blanchard's partner in a pro shop in Arizona. Craig Spencer throwing it good, looking good out there with the deranged. He does it again! Stevie Zimmerman living for another day.
Living the Brett Shepard dream right there.
Living the Brett Shepard dream.
Wow.
Corona in hand.
As Terry Orr so eloquently stated, Mexican water.
Callahan's getting cold. He's putting his coat on.
Jimmy Callahan's getting cold. He just put his jacket on.
Yep.
He gave me a little wink. Guys, I couldn't remember his name before, but he wanted a beer for making the top 30. The roof may go off the place for the Irish boys as Larry Corrigan is carrying the flag for Ireland. Oh, I think
I'd rather have Mike sing.
That's gotta go.
That's left.
Oh, good run, Larry. Good run.
Whose line
Good
is
run.
it anyway?
What's that?
Whose line is it anyway? They
Exactly.
sing that song
Great
all the
show.
time.
Great show. Drew Carey is one of my heroes.
Chris Pickett siding here in the chat. Welcome, Chris. Coming down to it here.
I don't know if you heard, guys. Ed made the announcement. 7 left.
7
bowlers left.
Bowlers left.
5,000 on top if someone should throw 3 out of 5 strikes. 1,000 for the top 4.
Oh, she scouts the 9 out.
Tana running him over like it's her job. No flat 10 there, boys. No flat 10 there. A high flush. Hypercells available in the pro shop. Got another Mexican contingent striking. Vamos, way.
There are a lot of deranged going down the lane. Very underrated bowling ball. Really good ball for the money. It's a pearlized disturb, guys.
Yeah, I mean, the Disturbed was one of the best balls on the market last year. Won a number of different tournaments, was successful in a number of different lane conditions, and now we're giving you another version of it with a pearl cover.
Got to give a shout out to Sean Delby in the chat, giving us some kudos here on our broadcast. He helped us out at the Boot Hill, and Sean, hopefully.
Oh, Jeff Carter! Get to the roulette table.
My pick stays alive.
Sean, hopefully you'll be able to help us out on a future broadcast. Buddy.
You need to go to the roulette table when you're done.
You know, Michael, I could only wish that the uproar was here. You know, we had more of those here, but you know, that wasn't one of the balls that was off in the package. And
guys,
even in the pro shop, they're running out of everything.
Yep.
Jorge Bernil, Tana Poreo. I can't pronounce Tana's last name, but it's Tana. Harry Schaefer, Craig Spencer, and the
Here comes
Boogeyman.
the Boog.
The Boogeyman strikes again.
Off the arrow, through the grain.
Go Boogeyman.
Nothing but net.
That's right.
Throwing it like he stole it.
That's the Boogeyman for you guys that don't know.
He has hit every pocket imaginable here tonight, but on his last few, he's really dialed it in right in the 1-3.
Guys, Harry Schaefer up on lane 5, guys. Here we go. Butte, Montana's hope right now. Louis, I hope you're hearing me. We're down to 6.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah. Craig Spencer here on lane 7. Another one bites the dust. We're down to 5. We're down to 5.
You know, Timmy, the funny thing is after this is over,
Down to 5.
There's still another chance squad to go tonight.
I don't know how many people are going to be sticking around for that, but 5 guys left.
Supposedly there's about 90 entries for the chance squad tonight. So
Are they already signed up?
yeah, I believe so.
Man, you're going to have a long night working, huh?
Oh. May have to sneak out and grab some dinner.
Yeah, our broadcast is going to conclude here at the end of the Roto Grip Challenge. We will be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. until 9 p.m. with qualifying squads all day. And then, of course, you don't want to miss Saturday. We'll be streaming the 1 o'clock squad and then the finals.
Okay, guys, the 5 bowlers that are left. Jorge Bernal, Tana's left, Steve Zimmerman. No, sorry, Zimmer, Robert Lewis, and Boogeyman Dave Kroll.
Scott.
Jorge.
Back out to the lane.
9's the winner. Yeah. Bien nueve.
Here comes Tana. Another good shot.
Bien nueve, see? Tana's got to be a lock for the top 4. It's got to be.
Hey, this is the first time I've ever worked with you guys on the same broadcast, and I just want to take a minute before I forget just to say how much I've enjoyed working with the two of you here this evening.
Well, thanks, Michael. Timmy and I enjoy doing this and working together, so we've been good friends for a lot of years, so that kind of helps the chemistry in the booth back and forth.
Yeah, thanks, Mike, for letting me come down here and be a little sideline reporting.
Did you see that ball just hold
I'll
pocket?
take it.
Yeah,
That's
critical theory, guys.
That's Roto Grip technology for you right there.
Shows you the staying power of our products.
One of Norm Duke's favorite balls to use in competition.
Norm Duke, that guy won a couple tournaments, didn't he?
Couple.
Yeah. Still to 5, guys. And here goes InsideBowling.com's pick. Dave,
well, it's
the
not the
Boogeyman
website's pick.
Kroll.
It's my pick.
The creator of InsideBowling.com and the orchestrator of this great live streaming event you're seeing right now. Mike Flanagan's pick goes, here we go. Oh, you got a handful. That's a confident shot. The Boogs comes with a confident shot.
You know, Timmy, I can see the next big marketing gimmick. It's kind of an ugly green T-shirt, and on the front it says, "Who do you think you are?" And on the back it says, "I'm Booger," and it'll be sponsored by InsideBowling.com.
That is hilarious.
That's pretty good.
Hey, we got a Matt Freiberg sighting up here in the booth.
Matt Freiberg.
Matt does a great job on Extra Frame. Really knowledgeable guy. Sits in the booth with Goodyear during qualifying. Really enjoyable to listen to. If you're not a subscriber of Extra Frame, you should definitely get it just for Matt Freiberg alone. It's well worth it. Jeff Carter has subscribed to Extra Frame within the last month. You should too.
That's because Matt Freiberg is quickly becoming a legend.
He is. Moved to Las Vegas.
Steve Zimmer up now. Lane 3.
Quiet, please. Oh, my gosh.
Missed the headpin. Missed the headpin.
And
so he misses
Missed the headpin, gets 9.
And the legend of Brett Shepard grows, and he's not even here.
That's Brett Shepard's ball.
Yeah, he's throwing Brett Shepard's Defiant Soul. Unbelievable here at the Roto Grip Challenge.
If we could get Louis to take another pan at the crowd and just see the crowd, guys, I mean, it's fantastic. Here goes Tana.
Here comes Tana.
Yeah, Louis got his eye on
Timmy, by the way, it's Porceo.
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 Okay, Porceo. Okay, I missed that. I knew you'd be able to help me out with that.
Oh,
She got a handful of that one. Slaps to 10.
We'll take it.
You know, I am officially going to
Tana
declare
Porceo.
Roto Grip bowling balls the official bowling ball of 9.0 tests throughout the United States.
How many strikes or nines have we seen tonight?
A lot.
Ton. Louis, take a look at this crowd, this beautiful crowd we got watching. The Mexican Hope is still alive. This is a big shot, guys. I don't know what the difference is between 5th and 4th, but it's a $1,000 guarantee.
My man up on lane 10.
Jeff Carter's pick is up now. We have to be quiet.
Cinderella story.
No, he's not a Cinderella story. Come on.
Yeah, he did win the senior side yesterday.
Yeah, let's be realistic here.
It has gotten real quiet in here, guys.
Oh, that looks good.
Never
Confident shot.
That would have been a strike on a 20-pin rack.
And we have to be just as quiet because here comes the boogeyman. Here he comes.
We
turn on the lights. The boogeyman's coming.
We've got to get him like a contract with Mucinex or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Dristan.
Yeah, Dristan.
Dristan and maybe Kleenex so you can blow the nose. Huh?
The marketing possibilities are endless.
Oh,
perfect.
Yeah, unbelievable. All right, well, we've made him famous here tonight. Let's see if he can take home the big prize. David Kroll, nickname Booger, lane 12, looking to stay alive.
Boogeyman, 9 it is.
Just think how many packages of Kleenex he can buy with $5,000.
A lot. Or Puffs, or whatever your favorite brand is.
And we have a re-rack down here on lane 4, maybe because there's no pins. Steve Zimmer.
Hey, didn't we discuss earlier about what your strike percentage goes up when you hit the head pin? Nobody told Steve.
Somebody forgot.
Because he missed the head pin the last time in advance. So.
Yeah. So let's
let's
see what the move is here.
Hey, Tim, if you get a minute also, I'm going to send you down somebody for a special interview.
That's got a hook. We're down to 4.
Down to 4. So we're going to move down.
Sorry, Brett.
All right, who's coming down for the interview?
I'm going to send Dave Perushad down. Dave, could you go down to Tim Mack for just a second? Special interview real quick. Special interview with Dave.
We good here, right here on this camera?
There.
Can you see me?
Yep, right there.
We've got Dave Pearshot here, ladies and gentlemen. Good friend of mine, great bowler.
Yes, and the question I have for him
we got a question for you up in the booth. Hold on a second, Dave.
He has started a new profession. He is a yoga instructor. And could you talk to him a little bit about that?
Okay, we've been asked a question in the booth by some of your fans up in the booth. You're a yoga instructor now. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how that benefits your bowling and what it does for you?
I've been. My ex-girlfriend was
ex?
Yeah, ex. She's an ex, but she really told me to get into yoga, and it will help me with my inner spirit because my mental game has been struggling. But the last year, since I got rid of her, then I started doing yoga. I just like wearing the uniform, the tighter pants, and it helps me stretch out so I don't fall off the line as much. I still fall off, but not as much. And I am doing a class sponsored by Storm and Roto. It's going to be before the finals. Females only, no males. So Tim, you cannot come to that. But I'll get the word out for me.
I don't want to see Tim in yoga pants.
Well, there you go, Dave Pearshot in yoga, and it must be working, guys, because today he bowled 297 and 279. He's averaging 280 the last game.
281, I think, the last game. But I need to do a better job. Maybe I need to do yoga before I bowl and not after.
There you have it, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Pearshot. Do your yoga. Final 4, guys. Here we go.
Out of Nixon, Missouri, David Kroll. Please draw forward. He is number 2. He will go second.
So Ed is announcing the final 4 right now. So they're getting everything ready to go into the elimination round.
Remember, these guys are guaranteed $1,000 each. 180 bowlers down to 4. Down to 4.
We've got
a lot of fans here
Lewis,
from Mexico.
Tana, Jorge, and the Booger left.
The only female left.
Congratulations to all 4 of you. You have all, like I said, just made $1,000. We need Jorge right now. Jorge, you will start on lane 13. And again, to get a part of that $5,000 vital prize money, You must strike naturally 3 out of 5 balls. Go ahead when you're ready.
Okay, so as Ed is announcing, you've got to strike naturally 3 out of the next 5 shots. Okay.
Okay, looks like we lost one bowler out.
No, I believe he's still. I believe he has a chance to continue going with the, because you have to do 3 out of the 5.
I was just informed by the great Brad Edelman that Tana Pocayo did finish second or third. She finished second in the women's division yesterday.
Right. Yep.
For 1,000. So
Yep.
she's picked up $2,000 in back-to-back days.
I tell you what, she's bowled almost every chance squad, almost every qualifying round. She's been down there practicing on the showcase lanes. She's literally been bowling nonstop for 4 days.
6 and a strike. I don't know how does this finals
You have
work.
to strike 3 out of the 5.
So if you strike 3 out of 5, you've got a chance. You go back to another round. Okay. I'm down here with Brad Edelman. If you don't strike 3 out of 5, what happens? You're out? You're out. Okay. We go see what. There he is. There's the perfect comment. If you don't strike 3 out of 5, you go see what Las Vegas has to offer. From the Las Vegas guru himself, Brad Edelman.
And if you're lucky, you can tag along with Louis Wimnett, and he'll show you.
That's 2. So if he gets this strike, guys, potentially, if he gets this strike, this is a $5,000 ball. If those other guys don't strike.
Correct.
It's a potentially $5,000 ball.
So, Timmy, let me ask you. You want to go first, or you want to wait and see what happens?
I always want to know what's going to happen.
All right.
I always want to know. Some guys like to put the pressure on the other people.
This is a little bit different strategy than like what we talked about earlier. Do
No
you
doubt.
want to win sitting down or standing
Sure.
up? Where I'm not so sure. I wouldn't rather just go ahead and get up there and post my 3 and make everybody else chase me.
That's 3. He's done.
Yep. He didn't have to do anything else that round. That's 3. So now the other 3 bowlers are going to be chasing after his 3. Dave Kroll will be up on lane 13 to start with.
Okay, guys, so when you're ready.
Looks like we had a singular chant back there for the boogeyman. I don't know if you guys heard that or not.
Oh, I heard it.
I was
Oh,
responsible
okay.
for that, Tim.
Well, there you go. The boogeyman got it.
Good shot.
I'll tell you, he looks pretty confident out there, guys.
He does. I like the part in his hair.
The part in his hair. I
Yeah.
would like to have hair to part. I don't have hairy knuckles like Jeff Carter.
Easy now.
I don't have the option to have that.
There's a great look at his hair. Louis has a great look at his hair.
You like the part, Louis? Are you getting that, Louis?
Louis is just an outstanding cameraman.
Oh, well, he's executive producer. We can't make him laugh too much, though, because he won't be able to hold it steady.
Good run. So, back to the strategy, Jeff. Jorge's already in the clubhouse into the next round, no matter what. The boogeyman has to strike on one of the next 3 shots.
Yep.
And
One shot away.
it looks like.
Being a best ball roll-off.
Okay, so the next round is one ball.
One ball roll-offs.
So he's already guaranteed himself a shot for 5,000.
Don the Legend is in the chat right now. We did the InsideBowling.com show together for a couple of years. Doug Lakey, myself, and Don the Legend always working the board and asking where the sad trombone is. We used to play that once in a while on our show. No sad trombones here with everybody striking this much DTL.
Well, now you got the first 2 guys that have gone that are a little bit higher rev rate. They're in hooking a little bit, and they've been actually striking, on the majority of their shots. And then you've got Tana and Robert who come along, and they've been getting 9 a lot. So that's gonna. Ooh, ring 10. I think I black clouded him. But it'll be interesting to see if Tana and Robert make the necessary adjustments to go from getting 9 to striking on these 3 of these next 5 shots.
I couldn't agree with you more, Jeff. I think that's a great observation. You know, now you need to strike.
Exactly.
You have to strike.
Strategy has changed a little bit here.
Yeah, you got to be aggressive out there. And now just trying to find the pocket and getting 9, that's not going to work for you anymore.
When he gets his strike here, comes off the approach, that'll be 3 for him, right?
Right.
It'll be 3. He's got 2. He's got the next 2 shots to get a strike.
He'll get one right here, and then if you could grab him for an interview, Timmy, I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
This is 10 back right here, guaranteed.
The Boogeyman. The Boogeyman has now solidified himself with a shot at 5,000. Tell me what you were thinking after you left that ring 10.
Just pure another shot. Hopefully 10-pin falls down.
That's exactly what you did, buddy. Good luck in the finals. Great shots, great performance so far. Your Flanagan's picked to win this.
Thank you.
There we go, Boogeyman. There you have it. 1 shot away from $5,000.
Here comes
Back to you guys.
Here comes my pick up on lane 13, Robert Lewis.
We got 2 guys. Now we're 2 for 2 in the final. 2 guys in the deal.
Timmy, I think we're going to have a third one right here.
I'll tell you what.
We may have all 4.
We may have all 4 guys.
This may get really exciting.
That's good.
That's 1. 2 more to go.
He's just rolling the ball phenomenally well. Wearing the right shirt tonight.
It actually looks like the pattern's held up pretty well.
Really well.
Guys, we got a combination of a couple bowling balls too. We got 2 deranged in the finals already,
and we got a lane machine just coming through, and we got a couple more coming through. I mean, this is something.
This is like an obstacle course.
It is. It's the Ring Girls.
Is that a song too?
It
has to be.
He may start singing "It's Raining Men" here in a minute.
Oh boy!
Hallelujah.
Okay, guys. Here's a scenario. We've got 2 deranged in the finals for a shot at the 5,000.
Are you calling these people deranged, or are they throwing deranged bowling balls?
Maybe a little bit of both. I don't know if the Boogeyman is straight right now. He's huffing and puffing down there. I can feel his heartbeat pretty good.
You were right up on him.
Yeah, I was all in his grill. I didn't see any boogies either. So
we have totally gone off the rails.
Yep, it's getting late here in Vegas.
Flat 10. He needs 2 of the next 4.
He's got
3.
It. He's got it. He's
needs
got
2
it.
of the next 3.
That's probably the one thing that could happen to him is some flat 10s going left to right through this bowling center. There's been less play down here on the right-hand side.
Well, no doubt. We talked about this now. The strategy has to change. You've got to strike. It's not about just getting 9 anymore.
Higher rev players are going to have an advantage.
And 2 of the 2 highest rev players are already in the finals.
They're in the clubhouse.
In the clubhouse.
Yeah, they are.
So that's potentially a $4,000 ball. One shot for $4,000.
$1,000 ball.
Anything can happen in Vegas. Just get on a plane, guys.
Now there is a song called
Get in a car.
Anything Can Happen.
Get in a car. Get in a plane. Come to Vegas. The Mecca of bowling.
Look at that ball.
Uh-oh. He's going to need to
what
strike
happened
on the next
there,
2.
guys?
That ball picked up early.
Looked like he got a little slow to me.
Needs to strike on the next 2 shots or he's out.
Yep.
And we're down. We're 2 in the finals.
I think that's a common overreaction when you flat 10 and you need to strike. You try and make it strike, and overforce your reaction.
All right, Jeff. What's he thinking here? He's your pick. Mike Flanagan, creator of InsideBowling.com, has already got his guy in the final. Dave Kroll, Boogeyman. By the way, is Dave Kroll the same guy that from the Foo Fighters?
No, he's not Dave Grohl.
Oh, okay.
I was there with you on that.
Okay, I was just checking. We have 2 finalists. 1 is out.
In the words of the great Harry Doyle, I don't know what the hell Taylor's thinking.
Standing ovation, great support from the crowd. And now it's Tana Pocayo's chance.
California love right here.
Tana Pocayo's
California dreaming
chance, and then we got a 1-ball roll-off, guys. It's been a fantastic evening, guys. Can it continue? Let's see what happens.
She got a handful is right.
Oh.
Chip. Now, that gets you through the rounds, but that doesn't get you to the dance.
Nope.
All right? You get to the Final 4, but now you got to get to the championship game. You've been playing good defense.
So it comes down to this.
Pick and roll.
She's got 4 shots left. 3 out of 4 of them have to be strikes if she's going to advance, along with our other 2 candidates that are already in the clubhouse.
We're in Vegas. What are you betting on?
This shot means a lot.
I hate to bet against her.
Yeah, I don't either because she's been performed great, but I don't think she gets there if she doesn't strike on this ball. I think this has to be a strike.
Starting to feel the pressure probably
Clean her
also.
off her hand.
Oh, she blow her 7. Blow her 7.
So she must throw 3 strikes in a row to stay alive.
3 in a row, or we have a 1-ball roll-off between Jorge and the Boogeyman for 5 Gs.
And just so that you know, it's almost 10 o'clock here in Vegas, and the last 2-game sweeper chant squad they just turned the lanes on up on the high end. So we've got another 90 to 100 bowlers up on the high end getting ready to bowl 2 more games.
3 for the dance.
Must strike to stay alive. This could be the last shot we see her throw.
She rolled a good, guys.
Great shot.
We will see her throw another ball.
Timmy, can she throw it for the wheat?
I'll tell you what, she's hit the pocket every ball. It's just a matter of whether it's going to strike or not. I don't think she's going to miss the pocket, guys. I think she's hit the pocket almost every shot she's thrown today. So I don't think it's going to miss the pocket. It's just going to be whether it goes through the pins the right way. Remember, she's got confidence already because she's already finished 2nd in the women's division. She's got 1,000 in her pocket already. She's trying to pick up an extra 4,000, really. See if she throws it good. She rolled it good, guys. It's got a hook.
2 pins going to fall short for her. Great effort out there tonight, though. Really a joy to watch.
Little mess.
Okay, guys, this is what we need.
1-ball roll-off, fellas.
1-ball, best ball roll-off for $5,000.
$5,000 was just announced here in the building.
We'll start on lane 13. This is a 1-ball best ball.
Jorge, lane 13.
Lane 13.
So what do you think here, Jeff? Jorge or Booger?
Well, I don't know. I think
they're using the same bowling ball.
Booger's had a few good breaks, but I don't know if I've seen Jorge miss it all tonight.
Best striker, he's out. It's best ball now. That's who you picked? Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Holsenberg has just said that's his guy. It's his pick.
Jorge?
He just picked him 2 minutes ago, but it's fine.
He said you just picked him 2 minutes ago. How do you respond to that?
Me and Jorge have been together lane 50 down there.
There you go.
Hey,
Kindred spirits since lane 50 when it started with 180
Tell
balls.
Gary to speak up. We can't hear him.
And we're going to tell Leanne about Jorge and Gary being together.
$4,000 ball.
Got to have it. Got to have it to stay alive. He's got it.
He's got it.
He went up to the desk and got a pair of striking shoes also.
All I know, Timmy, was that was a big, nasty booger right there. That's what that was.
That was the boogeyman striking again.
That was some serious snot on that ball.
Guys, both finalists using the Roto Grip Deranged. It's not a surprise that ball's made it to the finals this far. That's got to go, guys. Saws the rack again. Wow.
That shot looked like Timmy Mack 1997 right there.
Circa 1998. I used to get it like that.
Thunder Road Pearl.
I feel like I'm at a UFC fight. There's so much energy in the building.
I'll tell you what, these two guys could battle in the UFC cage. They're some pretty big dudes. One guy would be having a steak. The other guy would be having some chaparitas. The boogeyman, $4,000 on this ball. What do we got?
His tendency we've seen throughout this entire night is to occasionally pinch one left.
He didn't there.
That's good. That's impressive, guys. That's impressive.
You can see him trying to keep his emotions in check.
Yeah,
he knows what's on the line, and
Who's going to blink first?
With him going second, he's going to definitely have to keep himself under control.
I wonder if there's never a time that they reverse the order, I assume.
No.
No. He starts first. He drew first.
I think this is reminiscent of last July, Michael, when we had Kevin and Bryson going at it at the end when they just kept striking back and forth.
4 pins.
Okay.
Here's the scenario. By the way, guys, Dave Kroll, I've just been told, is a senior in high school.
That'll buy a lot of school lunches right there.
Certainly will.
Louis, I want you to take a look over here. We got Brad Edelman here with the award of the challenge winner. Standing up here with a nice plaque that's going to go to the winner. A nice fat check of $5,000 for one of these two bowlers. Jorge is now left 9. And here's the prize. This one goes on the wall.
Michael, we got
Thanks,
to photobomb that shot.
Yes, we did.
All right, here we go, guys. Here's the scenario. He needs a strike on this ball. Well, we're carrying it on to the next round.
What do you think, Timmy?
Oh, I'll tell you what, to bet against that rev rate and that two-handed style. He might have been watching Jason Belmonte a lot in the last couple of weeks, picking up some coin too.
It's for the cheese.
That's pretty good, guys.
Boogie Nights takes home the title at the 2014 TAT February Roto Grip Challenge.
$5,000.
The Booger.
Good job, Burr. $5,000 for the Boogeyman. Guys, thanks for having me on down here. It's been fantastic.
What about a wrap-up interview there?
See if we can talk to Boogie. Just want to get you on camera here. Turn around and talk to the camera. Tell us what you're feeling, what you're thinking. You were a big favorite this week, or in this this event, and a lot of guys picked you to get down to the final. Senior in high school, is that right? Well, this money go a long way. Tell me what you're feeling right now. How does that feel to throw a strike to win $5,000?
This feels great to win my first adult thing. Oh my God, I can't even explain it right now.
As you guys can see, Dave Kroll, the Boogeyman, the youngsters at a loss for words, real happy. Tell us how you feel about throwing that Roto Grip to range. How'd that feel in your hand?
Oh, it felt awesome. The last 12 games I've shot with it have been awesome.
There you have it. You like your chances in the main event as well?
I think so right now.
Feeling high. The guys at a loss for words. Congratulations, Dave Kroll. Well done, buddy. Back to you guys.
What a great scene down there, Jeff Carter. Unbelievable. The Boogeyman from our neck of the woods, Midwestern guy.
Absolutely.
Making the trip out here.
You know, not only making it through a lot of rounds of the 9-pin no tap, so to speak, format, but then coming down to needing to strike to win $5,000. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that than having to step up and actually throw the shot to win. That's pretty impressive stuff right there.
Getting barked at here from the peanut gallery over here, wondering why him being that young, he can't buy everyone drinks in the building. I know Dave. Dave could give us the money. We could buy beers for everyone.
Well, I think that's just a good break on his part that he could sneak out of here without having to pick up any tabs. So,
absolutely.
But awesome job, and I know that he spends a lot of time with Sean Swanson back at home, and I would have to guess that Sean's had a big influence on him. Sean's a great player, great guy, champion, wins a lot of events, and I'm sure that he's picked up a few things from Sean over the years, and it definitely showed today. He performed in the clutch. Great ball reaction, great attitude. You can see him get high when he needed to and stay under control when he needed it. So very, very impressed by this young man.
Yep, let's go down to the lanes. I don't know if Brad's going to present a trophy or what they got going on there.
I think Brad Edelman's got a plaque and Jamie's got a nice check to present to Dave.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and take part in that down there?
I think it looks like we're going to go up to the stage. We're going to come up on stage and do it. Where are we going to do it, guys? Okay, we're going to go over by the banners in the front, and there's no banners, Louis, other than those. Let's go out here. Louis says out here.
And what Louis says goes.
All right, let's get a nice presentation from tournament director Jamie McWilliams and Brad Edelman. Here you go. There you go, guys. Big check in the office for you, Dave. How's it feel to hold that plaque?
Feels awesome to hold this. Waiting for a while to get my first win.
I think you got a bright future in this game. Two-handed styles. Is there anybody that you follow out in the world? Is Jason Belmonte like a guy that you maybe try to pattern yourself after?
I try to. Hopefully I'll have the same success he does.
That's fantastic. Well done on your first big win, and we at Storm and Rotogrip really proud of your performance today, and good luck the rest of the week.
Thank you.
There you have it, guys. The winner, Dave Krull, Rotogrip Challenge 2014, February 6th.
Thanks, Timmy.
All right, Tim Mack, that's going to wrap up Timmy's coverage for us. Great job today, Tim. We really appreciate you going around and taking care of things. Back up here in the booth, Mike Flanagan, Jeff Carter. Jeff, any takeaways from tonight's event?
No, but there's going to be an awful lot more bowling going on the next couple days. So this is kind of the fun part of the week. For a lot of the bowlers, a little bit lower key atmosphere, fun. If you make it through it, great. If you don't, hey, hang around, drink, and watch the rest of it. I know these bowlers are got to be starting to get tired. We've been walking up and down here for 4 days, and I see the same faces every squad. And these guys are bowling a lot of games every day. And tomorrow it starts to get a little bit more serious. We've got the qualifying squads all day tomorrow, finals on Saturday. So we'll see how things shake out tomorrow. But should be a good long day of live streaming tomorrow from 1 to 9 from the 2014 TAT here in Vegas, sponsored by Rotogrip. So we'll be up here early in the morning, getting the ballroom open and getting everybody ready to go on the lanes. And
we'll be back live streaming 1 o'clock tomorrow, 1 to 9. All the different squads tomorrow. You'll be able to see a lot of bowlers shuffling through. We'll have a lot of Storm and Rotogrip personnel in the booth, giving some nice commentary, answering your questions in the chat. Tell your friends. And then Saturday we're gonna stream the squad at 1, and then we're gonna come back for the finals where someone's gonna win $20,000.
Looking forward to it, Mike.
So for our entire crew here tonight and all the folks here at the Orleans, Mike Kaufman and his staff, Brad Edelman and his group with the TAT and the High Roller, which is coming back this summer.
And once again, I can't say enough about Brad's staff. I mean, like I said, we've been here from 7:30 in the morning until 6, 7 at night, and they're still working.
Still working.
So tireless job. But thank you all to them for doing such an outstanding job. Jamie walking in front of us, doing all the work in the office, and Wendy and everybody at the table and everybody at the bracket table. They just a lot of hours this week, so a lot of work goes into pulling off an event like this.
Yep, and to Rotogrip and for all the bowlers that have come out and bowled this event so far, it's not too late. You can still come out. You can make it out to Las Vegas. Plenty of squads left for the main event. And until next time, we're going to sign off here for tonight from Las Vegas. Jeff Carter, nice working with you tonight, bud.
You too, bud, and thank you to everybody that tuned in and watched us tonight. It should be up on InsideBowling.com in the archives.
On our YouTube channel in a couple of days. Yep.
Soon, so make sure you tell everybody, then go back on and check it out if they didn't get a chance to watch tonight. So hope we entertained you. Thanks for tuning in and watching us.
And for our executive producer back here, Louie, as well. Great camera work. We appreciate it. We will see you guys tomorrow here from the Orleans here in Las Vegas. Good night.